Okay. Yep.
I think we're on now.
All right. And just in time for kickoff. So all that pregame work I did for naught. So the kick is on the way, and we can hear us here. We're district opener tonight from Sigourney. The kickoff is fielded by the Beavers, and they take it out to about the 32. So, Coach, good to have you with us here. Thanks to Coach Trummel for the shout-out, letting us know that you couldn't hear us tonight. So,
Coach Trummel needs to come out here with us.
His halftime interview was one of a fan favorite from a lot of people that we had when we had him in Albia. So
we probably need to get Mr. Harder up here as my guest for the cross country update.
That would be
at halftime.
Let's
see if we can. We'll send a former cross country kid down there, maybe grab him.
So the Beavers will take over 1st and 10 on the 32. Ormsby, the quarterback, takes the shotgun snap.
Quick pass. Oh, that's way.
That was pretty easy over there.
Yeah. Adam Sellers and I talked about that play just the other day. I mean, this morning, actually, we talked about that play where they both got the split end split, and then we give way too much cushion because it's early in the game and gave up a quick 11, 12 yards there.
So that was Colby Sawville, their leading receiver. He's got over 260 yards receiving. He added about 12 more there. Ormsby takes the snap. He's going to hand it. That's Hull. He's got some room. First down and then some. Down to the 40. Two nice positive plays for the Beavers to start, Coach.
Yeah, that was just a nice read. Peyton Schaff came off and did what he was supposed to do, froze the quarterback. He just needed to keep collapsing while he's doing that, and make that quarterback commit to that running back and then collapse on him.
I think it'd be fair to say this is the most explosive offense and overall well-rounded team we've seen this year face the Cobras. Would you agree,
I
Coach?
would say so. Checking out their linemen, they really have one, maybe two guys that go both ways on the line. They're pretty in-depth.
Hall's going to take the handoff again. He's got more room. He's got another first down. Schaaf's going to wrestle him down, but not before the 20.
They're getting a big hole on that side. We are not coming up and filling, Mitch.
Cobras looking good in their purple jerseys tonight, but the Beavers looking good, driving the ball down the field with ease. 3 plays, 3 first downs for the Cobras. Or for the Beavers, driving it down. So it'll be a 1st and 10. Ball sitting on about the 23-yard line. We're just underway here in Sigourney. District opener, Class 1A, District 5. Ormsby the snap, the keeper.
There we go. There's Cecil Seifert.
First penetration for the Cobra D, and it was excellent. Cecil Seifert got in. That's a tackle for loss. Ormsby, the sophomore quarterback, lost at least 1, maybe 2, and it'll be 2nd and long. So good surge there from the D-line.
Right, now we've got to get a stop on this. All right, this looks like it's good. This looks quick pitch right.
Ormsby's going to drop. He's
wheel route.
Pressure. The ball's loose.
Get on it. Beanbag's out. Oh, Chaffee just missed the lineman's dream.
Was that Brady Duo on the pressure? It looked like it to me.
Molnex.
Cade Molnex.
Going crazy out there, man.
The big hit. So let us know what you saw on the stream. It was a purple jersey flying in with no regard, and he got to the quarterback, Ormsby. The ball loose. Schaaf could see nothing but green grass in front of him, and the turf monster got him. But a big play for the Cobras. They needed that turnover.
That was huge for our momentum now. Now we just need to put a drive together here, boys.
That's kind of been the calling card of the Cobras all year, their defense forcing turnovers. Tonight starts the same. Snap's going to go to – he's going to hand it to Stout. He's got some room.
Oh, he's got some room.
Turns it
on. Here he goes. There he goes. Get in there. Touchdown, Cobras.
And what a turn of events. The Beavers were driving the turnover, and one play, J.D. Stout from 60-plus yards out, and the Cobras are on the board first. What a change-up.
Wow. What a momentum shift there, Mitch.
That was huge. The run from Stout, it was over 60 yards. And the Cobras strike first with 10:05 to go here in the opening quarter. Striegel in for the PAT.
Wide right.
Just a little wide. So the 6 points were huge, especially when it looked like the Beavers were ready to get on the board.
They were kind of marching down there, Mitch. I'm not going to lie. I mean, we need to start filling, and obviously one thing, we stopped the big running back, but then also We need to put some pressure on that quarterback. He's a sophomore. He's not a bad athlete, Mitch. But he throws a nice ball. So
he's an excellent player. Watching him on film, not a big kid, but knows
what
he's doing. Elusive, throws a nice ball, and he just did not see Molnex coming at all from the backside.
We just need to put some pressure on him. Coach Weber deals up that blitz with 2nd and 10, and good things happen.
And it got home, and it was a needed turnover as the Beavers were driving. So 10:05 to go here, opening quarter. Quite a bit of action here in the first 2 minutes. We're happy that you're along tonight from Sigourney, the district opener for both teams here in Class 1A, district number 5. Wilton, the defending district champs, they went through the district undefeated a year ago. They won this matchup 35-0 at Wilton. But like we talked about in the pregame that you couldn't hear, that was my bad. Jerome Mays, their quarterback, is gone, and he leaves some big shoes to fill.
Good wrap up.
The kick is fielded.
That kid did a nice job on that. Caught it on the run and had a nice burst of speed there.
Yeah, that was well played here. Number 32, Trey Hagan, a freshman. The 5'8 freshman in there making the play for them. So we got offensive starters out of the way here. Let's talk some defensive starters. The anchor end, Dawson Baumert. The rush end, Cade Striegel. D-tackle, Cecil Seifert. Nose guard, Nate Schuster. Those are the boys up front. Cade Molnex, the Mike backer, already had a big play. 1st and 10, Ormsby the snap. He's going to hand it to Hall, who's got more room.
Dang.
First down and then
we
some.
We gotta fill that hole. He's going up the middle, and we're filling too quick, and we're leaving that gap open.
Jackson Hall, the bruising sophomore back, he does not look like a sophomore from the press box. He's a big boy.
And you show, I guess we show here, but I went back and we played these guys in junior high, 3 or 4 years ago, and a lot of these sophomores for this offensive line are the same kids, and the quarterback and the running back are the same group of kids we played here. So they've been on the field before.
A young but talented group here. Ormsby's going to keep it. There's not much there. Falls forward for maybe a yard.
Interesting.
As we were getting through our starters, the Will backer, Colton Clarahan. The Sam backer is Zeke Webb. The cornerbacks, Dane Fisher and J.D. Stout. The free safety, Brady Dua. And the strong safety, Wyatt Searon. Cade Striegel will take care of the kicking, and the punter is Mason Harder.
And Mason Harder's kind of taking care of that duty tonight. Sammy Searon's got a broken hand, so he's casted up a little bit. So he can still run the ball and do some things and tackle, and we just catching a punt's gonna be a different story. So Mason's gonna take those duties tonight.
Snap.
Zeke Webb.
Snap to Ormsby. And
Zeke Webb come in and put the hammer on him.
He has not found much room to run tonight.
He's got the Mountain Dew High going again, baby.
Zeke in on the play. That'll bring up a long 3rd down here. It'll be 3rd and about 11 for the Wilton Beavers.
All right, down in distance. Coach Weber probably brings it back here, but you don't know. They've been getting 10 yards of carry here, so we gotta shut this down. I'd say this is that option play. They're gonna run it again.
Ormsby looking. He's throwing it. He's got a man, and that's first down yardage. He slips through the tackle. That was number 8, Clayton Geyer, another freshman, 5'10", 140. This is a young team here, the Wilton Beavers are. And they are moving the ball here nicely tonight.
The game's starting out. Both teams got momentum. It's going to come down to who doesn't turn the ball over and who can control some things here.
Yeah, both offenses looking sharp.
Which defense wants to step up here?
The big play was the turnover. Ormsby's going to hand it to Hall, who has more room. He's had a nice night so far. He's down to the 30.
Boy, he sees the hole and he knows where to go.
That was about 7. So it'll be 2nd down and about 3 to go here. 7.5 minutes to go here. Opening quarter, the Cobras are on the board. It was a long J.D. Stout run. They've run one offensive play. Wilton's run quite a few more tonight. They are moving the ball again. They are knocking on the red zone for the 2nd time.
Nice get a stop here again.
Ormsby's going to hand it.
That's a little better.
A new
we
back.
Filled in.
That's number 40. That's Peter Barshinsky. the senior who plays a little bit of tight end.
You said that real nice.
I practiced that one in my office
practiced?
earlier today, and I'm not 100% sure it's right. But
You're talking about practice?
I've completely committed to that pronunciation. So unless one of Peter's immediate family calls and lets me know it's wrong.
I won't say too much because I butchered a couple names at the volleyball game last night. So I was not prepared. I didn't have time to practice.
You did a nice job on the mic last night. A nice win for the Savage volleyball
Savage
team
volleyball,
last night.
3-0?
3 straight over the EV
I'm
Bears.
not going to lie. They needed that.
That was a good win for Chris Carter's crew.
Good confidence booster. There's a keep.
Ormsby's going to probably be really close to the first time. I think he's got it.
I'm going to say he's short, Mitch.
Okay, we'll see who's right on this one.
A little Monday Night Football measurement here.
They might bring the chains out.
I'm going to guess they're going to go for it. Oh, you win.
And I'm 1-0 on the night over
1-0.
Coach Crawford. I don't win much over Coach, but that's one thing I will take. It was a first down for Ormsby down to the ball's nestled up to about the 25-yard line.
So now you're looking at 4-down territory. There's going to you got to get a stop here or turnover again.
Yeah, Wilton does not kick the ball. I did not see them kick at all on film. Went for 2 about every time. So, yeah, kicking not really an option here for the Beavers. So they probably are in 4-down territory. Ormsby's going to hand off.
That was a straight handoff. So watching film on this quarterback, there's times where it's just a straight handoff and he doesn't read that end, and there's other times he really reads the end. I don't know if you can pick that up on the stream or not.
Sometimes they give him the option to read it, and sometimes
it's just a straight you hand the ball off. And
Hull's had some nice alleys to run. That was the first time they've really slowed him down. So it is going to be a 2nd down and 10.
There comes the heat.
I think there was some movement there. Ormsby's going to tuck it and run. Ooh, nice move.
Oh, missed the tackle.
He's going to. He got crunched out of bounds.
Who was that? Was that the Hammer? It was the Hammer.
Wyatt Searan.
If
you've been watching the stream, you know he has been nicknamed the Hammer. It is a illegal motion, it looks like.
Wyatt, he laid a lick on that kid on the sideline there.
If you probably got a good look at that one on the stream. So far, knock on a ton of wood. Our internet has cooperated so far tonight, so we thank Joe for
good job, Joe.
His work getting us ready to rock and roll. And
that darn second stream last week.
Yeah, it was. That must have been the case. So we had our friend Pat from Eddyville up here, and we'll blame it on him. Nice guy.
I thought he was named Kevin.
He was not. He is not a Kevin.
Not a Kevin?
He was a Pat. So it's 2nd and 15. The Beavers are a little bit pushed back here. Ball in about the 30.
Trying to read their quick pitch here.
Ormsby's going to throw out the screen. And he's going to.
Oh, that's grounding.
That is intentional grounding.
That is grounding.
Sure.
Yeah, that's got to be grounding.
Yep, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, you just chucked that baby.
That's a little bit of a sophomore mistake right there. He's a young quarterback, first year starting. We talked about Jerome May as the quarterback a year ago.
Yeah, that kid was a stud too.
And Ormsby's going to be a good one, but that was a freshman mistake right there. I think he had the screen there after a second.
He did, but I don't think he saw him because our line was coming through so fast. He didn't get a read. So down in distance there, right, Mitch? It's not 2nd down. They lose the down on that. Is that right?
That is correct. So it's going to be 3rd and a country mile here for the Beavers. And they might be out of 4-down territory. We thought they were, and they're going to mark it all the way back.
This is I'm thinking of their playbook here from watching them. I just hope we don't give enough. You want to give a little bit of cushion out there on the outside edge, but you don't want to give enough where you're just giving up 11 yards because they could just go for it. And
so it'll be 3rd and 38 on the board. The Allen Sellers, the birthday boy over there, puts it up on the board.
And there's that quick pass.
Throw, and they're going to have to punt here.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt from that spot. Good job by the Cobras.
That was a nice stand.
Go ahead, Mitch. I'm sorry, I interrupt you all the time.
Yeah, that's all right. They were had it down to about the 25-yard line twice now, and they've moved backwards, and the Cobra defense has stood up nicely here twice.
So do you think sophomore quarterback, first big game type scenario here? Or?
I think he's made a couple of mistakes. I don't think the first one was really on him. I don't think he saw Molnix coming in. So Sawville, the receiver, is also the punter.
That's a Peter call. Peter. All right, here we go. So we got our second play in.
So they'll kill this inside the 20 here. So I'm getting some. I'm already getting some Cubs backlash via text here.
I'm ready.
My phone not updating very good here. I don't have the number, so I'm checking to see who it was here. But we've heard from Brent CBRA tonight. The setup. We always love showing you the setup. That
we got to get that somehow on the stream. We got to get that.
He's got the Duke Blue Devils on one screen, and he's got the
Duke's.
Cobras.
I just saw Duke's up 14-3 on Virginia Tech. So
on the other. So if you're listening tonight, check in with us here. We'd love to hear from you. 1st and 10. One play scored the first time. They won't score on this, but it's a gain of a couple.
JD straight ahead. So if you weren't with us, Sam Siren kind of broke his hand there, so you'll see a cast on his hand. So going to be a lot of switching around. Get Sammy his carries, obviously, but we got to be careful of that left hand with him.
Yeah, Sam, one of the leading rushers in Class 1A. Him and JD Stout both way up there in rushing as far as yards go. So a little bit of an injury for Sam, and he's played such a crucial role for the Cobras this year. You hope he'll still be effective.
And Cade Molnex is going to have to step up a little more. He's done a great job so far this year. So
Stout's going to keep it.
It's a 5:32.
And he'll step out of bounds. It'll be a 3rd and medium here. I'm going to guess about 5. 4 minutes, 34 seconds to go. The clock is stopped. The Cobras lead 6-0. The Beavers got the ball first. They drove it right down, and it's Mr. Sellers checking in. He usually checks in with me via
which one?
Adam.
Oh,
Adam
Adam
checks in with me on Twitter, so I didn't have his phone number. So he said he was going to try to listen to us tonight out in the on the little bit of a delay. So 3rd down play
Here's
here.
Sammy's first carry,
and he's going to be short.
Yeah.
And you got to punt this, right?
Yeah, you got to punt this. The way Wilton's been moving the ball, you got to get as much distance as you can there.
So good to hear from
Mason
Adam checking in.
Adam checking in. This is Mason Harder's first punt.
Oh yes,
as a freshman here. So he's punted in some second team scenarios, but first pressure situation for him. Dad's quickly moving down the sideline, get the distance.
The stat man never rests. So good to see Mason back there. There's a flag. There was some pressure there.
Yeah,
caught by Sawville, and Dua runs into him right away.
Ball!
It looks like the Beavers got on.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm yelling in the mic there. Getting a little excited.
Coach Crawford's fired up, and you got to love it. It's district play. It's a big game tonight, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, this is what we this one was kind of circled on the mark here. First district game, kind of set the tone for the rest of the district play, and really find out where we stand as far as our district and everything. So
we'll see what they do with the penalty here. What are you going to do with it? You going to kick it again?
It says illegal substitution. You make the freshman kick it again here is what I would think they would do. So.
And they did have some good pressure.
They got pressure from the left side, which was rather confusing, but that's what they had happen.
So they're going to make them punt it again, and Sawville is back deep. It looks like they've also got, I believe that's number 2, Buddy Darding, the senior, is back there with him. So Sawville's their biggest weapon.
I wouldn't kick it this way. I'd kick it towards their sideline and preferably angle it out of bounds. So
they're going to. There's a little bit of miscommunication here. Anytime
3, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't have everybody out there. We were going with. Yeah, we're missing a couple people.
So good timeout by Coach Jensen. You don't want
had 9 out there.
Yeah, you don't want that. You'd prefer 11, and nice to see them sorting it out here. So it's we got about 4 minutes to go here. The clock is counting the time down on the timeout. So we got about 4 minutes to go here. Opening quarter from Sigourney. We're thrilled to have you along with us tonight here for the district opener between the Sigourney Keota Cobras and the Wilton Beavers. So I think we've got 11 out there now, Coach. You going to count them up?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Coach Jensen got 11 on there.
So Mason Harder, the freshman, like you said, his first varsity punt. He gets a redo on it after the penalty.
I'm going to guess this guy out wide is we didn't adjust to him. We didn't go get him.
And that's how we got the pressure.
And that's how we got the pressure there. The other guy's heads up, and this guy's like 3 yards outside, number 40, if you can.
So we're waiting for the clock to run down. 3:46 to go here. The clock is back on, and Harder is ready to let a boot go.
Get that toe pointed here.
Good snap. Pressure again.
That's a little better punt.
That is. Sawville's going to catch it.
Not we wanted, but.
And he's got some room if he gets out there. Elusive.
Not bad.
And they're about at the same spot they were pre-penalty.
Yeah,
maybe
6-7 yard return by the time he goes east-west. So
nice job by the Cobra punt team. That's Gunnar Mose on special teams, right?
Gunnar Mose, yep. Gunnar Mose on our special teams. He's all over the kickoff return, and actually, I think McCulley's kickoff return. I think Mose's kickoff and punt.
Okay, so Coach Mose and Coach McCulley. A birthday this weekend for Coach McCulley as well. We'll wish him a happy birthday.
That's a happy 50th, right?
Hey, you said it, not me.
That's what he said at school. Webb doesn't lie, so pretty sure she said 50. It might be 40, but I think it's 50.
The snap's going to go.
Straight hand off.
To Ormsby.
Wrap up. Good job.
The Cobra defense has done a better job here these last couple times.
Yeah, but I think nerves
runs.
are settling. If you didn't, you can probably see it on the stream. We warmed up in our black jerseys, and Coach Jensen had a surprise for the kids and laid out the purples in the junior high wing for them, so they went up there. They were pretty jacked up when they saw those jerseys. So.
Yeah, they look good in the purple. You're getting a great look at it. Jolie doing another excellent job on the stream. Tyler's back again for his another. And when your brother scores a touchdown and gets an interception in a varsity game, you have to come back.
You got to
right?
come back and watch, yeah.
So it's good to have the whole Crawford clan up here tonight. Ormsby's looking to throw. It's high.
They threw high.
Over the head of Darting, the senior receiver, and it'll be another 3rd and long. The Cobra defense has done a nice job putting them in these positions, haven't they, Coach?
Yeah, they have, and Wilton's probably one of the more balanced teams that we have faced as well. They'll be balanced out, 25 runs, 25 passes. We'll see teams later on that will probably be 95% running, but and throw about 8 or 9 passes a game, and that's kind of our style a little bit. But the balance is what kind of makes Wilton scary for me.
Yeah, they do. They run the ball well. They throw it well. This is definitely the most balanced team we've seen
4 wide here
all year. Ormsby's probably going to throw here. He will. He's got a man, and he dropped it. That was a good ball.
Little 2-yard slant in, and James right in front of James, but he just if he catches that deflection, he got another pick. But here we go. We got 4th down again. Good job by the Cobras.
And Sawville's going to punt again. That was a nice effort. Good to see James back. He missed last week with a little bit of an injury.
They do have their quarterback up as an up man here, Mitch. And he does put his hands up like he's going to get it.
Got to be aware here.
So they better have head on a swivel here.
Yep. We'll see if Ormsby, he does not take it. Sawville does. He boots it. That's angled kick, and is going to get a good bounce. I think it went out at about the 15.
All right, now we gotta put a drive together here.
The first time the Cobras had the ball, it was one play. It was J.D. Stout from about 60 yards out to give the Cobras the early 6-0 lead. Last time it was a 3-and-out. The Wilton defense did a nice job. The Cobras pinned deep in their own end again, and we'll see if they can sustain a little bit of a drive here. The defense has been on the field quite a bit early for the Cobras.
Yeah, we need to get those. Some of those kids are playing both ways, but we need to get them some time on the sideline, get gas back up here. Trying to see 1, 2, 3. They're running a 5-3 with corners curled. Oh, referee kind of got Witzenberg's got to get moving out of there, man.
So it was JD, and he got about 7 or 8. So a nice positive first down.
He tried to use that ref as a pick again. He's not. He's still playing basketball a little bit out there, but
the old pick and roll less effective.
Witzenberg down there from Fairfield. He got the block in. He got block charge.
So it was a good game, though. It was 8, so we're up to the 25-yard line. A little bit over 2 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Snap to Stout. He's going to keep it, and he's got a first down. And he's got some room.
He's got more than that.
Sawville slipped.
Number 2's got some speed.
And he's going to step out at the 35. Another big gainer for JD.
Good. That's a good run. We need those. He's, with Sammy being dinged up a little bit and his carries are going to be limited, we really need some big runs by JD and Brady tonight.
Yeah.
And Cade. Cade's and all 3 of them have done an awesome job. They're just going to have to step up a little bit more tonight.
Yeah, and JD definitely been the workhorse here early. He's had the majority of the carries here. So the Cobras move into Wilton territory, their first play from Wilton territory. They ran all the way through on the Stout run. Stout's going to he's going to hand it to Searing. He's got some room. First down and then some.
Hang on to it. Good job, Sammy Searing.
20 yards on the gain from Sam. So it'll be a 1st and 10. The Cobras are in the red zone.
He's going so fast, his shoe came off.
Lost a shoe.
Threw a wheel.
He's slipping it back on now. He's getting a little bit of help.
So from what I'm seeing from their defense, they're doing 4 down linemen, defensive ends standing up, and they got the 3 linebackers there, and they're kind of cornered. They're curling their corners, trying to fill every gap here. And fortunately, what's happening is our line is what we thought our line was, and.
Snap to Stout. He's going to hand to Dua. A little
field,
hesitation. There's a penalty flag.
That's coming back, my guess.
So Brady, a good run, but I would agree that's probably going to go backwards here.
Holding.
Chop block. Even worse. That's the 15-yard variety. Yeah. So chop block, one engaged up high and another goes low. So that's a 15-yarder.
It's interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, that's first time we've seen that this year.
Yeah.
That's a call you see a little more at the college and pro level. But that'll march them back.
March them back. Is it? You're in. Well, let me see where they end up walking before I open my mouth.
Should be 15. But
you're in 4-down territory there, and still first down. So
yeah,
plenty of room there.
We said that once tonight, and then Wilton ended up in a 3rd and 38. So you never know, but I would agree that you probably got 3 downs to get 25 yards here.
I'm wondering when number 10's coming in, actually.
So Stout's going to look to throw. A little bit of pressure. He's rolling.
Oh, he's open. If you can get it
deep.
He's
got a man out there.
He overthrew him.
Just overshot. He did have Brady out there. A little bit too much arm from JD.
A little too much. A little more loft on that, and got her.
So it's going to be a 2nd down and 25. They can still get a first down on the 5-yard line. A little over a minute to go here in the opening quarter from Sigourney. Sigourney-Keota 6, Wilton nothing here. We're in the opening quarter. The weather cooperating for the moment. We hope that stays the case. It looks like we may have dodged a bullet tonight with the weather, huh, Coach?
Yeah. I lost about 5 pounds watching, switching back and forth between Weather Channel and KCRG today.
Always.
Oh,
Stout the run. He's
nice
got the first
block.
down. He might go.
He's gone.
Touchdown, J.D. Stout.
Nice block by Evan Dawson about 10 yards downfield to kind of set a screen for him. That's perfect.
So J.D. from 30 yards out.
Coach Jensen going for 2 here. Comes Cade Molnix into the game.
So it's 12-0. Cobras. J.D. coming out for a little bit of a rest here. He has worked hard early. 2 first-quarter touchdowns for J.D. So we'll see how the 2-pointer goes here.
Mrs. Meyer has the...
So it'll be a 2-pointer here. Molnix with Siren with him. Snap's going to go to Cade. He's looking to run. He's looking to get to the outside, and he will.
Nice job, Cade Molnix. Good job by who we got for Lyman down there. Cade, nice run by Cade, but Evan Dawson, Aiden Schuster, looks like Sammy Siren out there. Good job by Cade following those kids. Yeah. Good hustle.
Greiner, Mankey, Schuster, Schwab, and Baumert were the starters. Zeke Webb doing a lot of blocking as well. So we got a report of a little bit of lightning south of town. We hope that will stay there.
The referees are supposed to, they know I'm up here, so they're supposed to be watching. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Open up the radar here.
Not an opportune time to stop for the Cobras, but obviously safety always
it'd be nice if we timed that out at halftime, but
an AD dream. I don't know if that's the case.
AD dream in there.
But it's been a dream start for the Cobras, 14-0 here in the opening quarter. And, really the Beavers have moved the ball well, but the Cobra defense has tightened up when it's come down to it, haven't they, Coach?
Yeah, the defense has stepped up, and I see Coach Weber jumping around down there. I think that, according to Futurecast, that's going to scoot south of us, Mitch. So
we'll hope
Futurecast is right.
Correct. It's one of those nights where you feel like a storm could pop up really at any time. Von Higginbottom going to let the kick go.
That's a good kick by Rasier.
It's a nice one.
You obviously don't want number 13 grabbing it, but
nice return. It's like Mason Harder, Levi Crawford in there.
There's another one in there. Aiden Schuster. Aiden Schuster
got in there as well.
Oski Dental, Aiden Schuster.
We'll get to them here at the quarter. That was the freshman, Trey Hagan. We've seen him a couple times on returns, done a nice job. So
probably their worst field position here, too. So that's a good sign for the Cobras, but now we need to step up.
It is. The Beavers have had nice field position, but they have a 0 on the board. So it's 14-0 here in the first quarter. The Cobras off to a very nice start here tonight in Sigourney, the district opener. Ormsby, the quarterback, looking for the snap. He's going to hand it to Hall, and he's nothing there.
Nothing there. Yep.
In the backfield.
I think Coach Weber and Coach Moe has been making some adjustments really quick here.
The Hall kid looks like a north-south runner, not an east and west.
Yeah, north-south, yep.
Get him going laterally. The Cobra defense will appreciate that.
These guys are they got some big backs. It's not easy, taking these kids down. We got some horses up front,
So we got about 25 seconds to go. The clock is moving. This could be the last play of the quarter, depending how it materializes. Ormsby out of the gun, looking to throw.
Quick pass, got shut down.
He's scrambling. He got hit.
He got hit. That kind of looked like a jailbreak kind of happened, didn't it? Did the lineman kind of go out there with him, or?
It was tough to tell. It was Dane Fisher, number 5, in on the hit, and that will be the last play of the quarter. So a great first quarter. The Beavers will be in a difficult situation here. It'll be 3rd and long when we come out of the quarter break. So we're going to talk about our great sponsors here that we appreciate a ton, who have been with us here this year. Brothers Market is your complete store for groceries, beverages, and specialty meats. Brothers Market services include catering, UPS drop, pharmacy, and daily lunch specials. Stop in and tell the manager, Rick Landgrave, thanks for being a sponsor of Sigourney, Keota, Cobra, football. Brothers Market is a proud sponsor of Sigourney, Keota football. County Bank. With County Bank, the convenience of banking is in your pocket, purse, or briefcase. Let your fingers do the banking with County Bank's mobile app. You can check the balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks. To get started, visit yourcountybank.com. Golden Harvest Seed, choosing the right corn hybrids and soybean varieties for your operation is hard because it's hard to say how the markets might differ, how the weather might change, and how tough the pests are going to be. But after your Golden Harvest Seed advisor matches top-performing hybrids and varieties to your fields, it will be easy to see that a record harvest isn't hard at all. Call one of your local Golden Harvest Seed sales representatives for more information today. So it's 3rd down and long. They're going to call it 20 here. We'll get to more of our sponsors here after this play. Ormsby takes the snap. Looking, going deep.
Oh,
got a man out there at Sawville, and he caught it, and he might go. Dua's going to try to get him. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Beavers. Shoot. 3rd and 20. A great ball from Ormsby, and Sawville, their number 1 weapon, ran under it, and the Wilton Beavers got a much-needed 6 points there.
Yeah, Dane was kind of looking in the backfield there, and kind of got cut up, lost track of his man, and then when he turned around, he just a step behind there.
It was danger zone time for Wilton. It felt like the Cobras were ready to pounce, and the Beavers answered with a big 6. So they typically go for 2. We'll see what they decide to do here, and they will. So looks like they've got Ormsby with Hall. Ormsby's looking to run. He is going to be
should be short.
No good.
No good.
So 14-6 is your score. A big response. I hate to see the red on the computer here. Hopefully we're still along for the ride here with us here. Our internet still appears to be cooperating, so I think we got you here tonight from Sigourney. It's the district opener, and it's Sigourney Keota 14, Wilton 6. So we're a little sensitive here. We've had some internet issues the first 2 weeks at home,
but
gun
shy.
I think we've got her sorted out.
A little gun shy on the internet.
And you know who else got it sorted out is Sinclair Tractor with factory installed 3-wide seating and heat and air conditioning. The John Deere XUV 835 is the coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Be prepared to go the extra mile on a new Gator XUV from Sinclair Tractor. Stop in for a test drive. Sinclair Tractor, proud sponsors of Sigourney Keota football. Town and Country Insurance. Insurance, we all need it. Make sure that you're getting the right coverage for your dollar. Town and Country Insurance has agents with substantial backgrounds and experience who are willing to provide custom coverage based on your needs. And Blaine Grutter, a recent ISU ag grad, will come to you for your on-the-farm personal service to save you time. In the town or on the farm, Town and Country Insurance can meet your insurance needs. All right, so we've got a few more to get to here after we have the kickoff here. I've seen Coach Bursinski looking to kick it here. They've squibbed a lot of kickoffs that I've seen.
Yeah, I hope our front line's ready here just in case. This would be a good spot to do it.
So he's going to give a little bit of an awkward kick.
Need to get on it.
And it's loose. We'll see who's got it.
The reaction, I think, tells it's our ball.
Cullen Smith, I believe, is the Cobra who hopped on that one. So Mom checking in from Ankeny saying we're still good on the internet, so that's good to hear.
Sounds like Hampton's getting tornado watches and warnings. So
it's one of those nights, you know. I'm not a meteorologist, but I do play one part time on the radio, and it does feel like one of those nights.
Les Nessman. Was he a weather guy?
I'm gonna take your word for that one.
I can't remember. I think Les was a weather guy.
But it does feel like
he's a newsman at least.
It does feel like one of those nights that storms could pop up from any which direction. So we'll hope that's not the case. Hope we stay dry, and we have football here for you all night on KIIC Radio. So it's 1st and 10, ball in the 39. Snap to Stout. He's got some room.
Some room.
And he's going to break one tackle.
He's gone.
And he might go.
Two might have an angle on him. Two might have an angle.
Is down to the 10. Nice
cut.
Nice move.
Nice move, JD.
And he's in. JD Stout.
He's going to have a big night, folks.
Is already having a big night.
Keep an eye on 2-4. He's having a huge night tonight. That's a senior leader stepping up, man.
JD Stout from 61 yards out. That's his second huge run of the night. He's got all 3 touchdowns. A hat trick from JD here in the opening half. And we're still 11:36 to go here tonight. Just an incredible start from JD.
All right, Cade Striegel in here to kick. Colton Clarahan to hold. Oh, wide right a little bit.
So Cade just
no good.
Just a little off. Both of them looked pretty good off the kick, but just pushed to the right. But a huge response. It was, again, one play. That's the second one-play possession that the Cobra offense has struck on, and it was a huge response. So it was J.D. Stout from about 61 yards out, and it makes it 20-6.
Got Amos Griner checking in.
Oh, what's Amos up to tonight?
He says all good, coming in loud and clear. Keep up the good work.
We miss Amos up
here. You know that's our standard, so.
Those are big shoes.
Those are big shoes to fill.
We talked about Ormsby filling the big shoes of Jerome Mays, and we're in a similar spot here trying to fill the shoes of Amos and Micah, 2 good ones that we've had up here doing these games for a long, long time.
I got to send the link to somebody here quick, if I can find it. I got the Wilton baseball coach checking in,
nice.
Jake Serrata. So.
All right, good to hear from.
Didn't want to make the trip, but I don't blame him. Don't blame him at all.
A little bit of a haul from Wilton, especially with unstable weather.
With the weather the way it is, and
so it's 20-6 here in the opening quarter. 11:36 to go. Quite a bit of action here to start the second quarter. We've had
a lot of offense, and our defense has played really well so far. I think. I mean, we've given up some bigger plays, but yet.
60.
Oh, I'm not sure that's who they want running the ball.
69 made a nice grab, though.
Good athletic kid there.
That was, and we'll
that was interesting.
And Brent Seavey checking in saying that Duke football has been replaced by SmackDown's greatest hits on the secondary TV.
Oh, my God.
We're still on the top
SmackDown.
TV, though. So
we lost FS1. Is that going to Fox? That's on Fox, right? They're doing the old SmackDown.
I'm not a huge wrestling fan. Currently serving a lifetime ban from wrestling.
A lifetime ban.
It was Christian Kleppe, the sophomore, 6 foot 225. Like you said, he did a nice job though. Nice athletic play from Christian.
Nice play by him.
So got to give credit.
You got to get that lineman dream in there sometime, right?
The linemen need love too. So it was 69, Mr. Christian making the play. Ormsby the snap. Looking deep again.
Went for him again.
And he's
good job by Dane. Dane learned the first time. Help him up.
Hopefully Sawville's all right. He's a heck of a player.
Right. He banged himself there. All right, good job. Good sportsmanship on our part. I like that.
Coach Jensen with the assist over there too, helping him up. So, one of the fun things to do, and you probably can see it. You can see it on the stream because, Jolie's awesome. You can see it's different outfits every week from the coaches here. We got the gray long sleeves on tonight, so no one's better dressed.
Coach Jensen knows how to motivate, man. Those shirts say SK, Fear the Wing. So
no one's better dressed than the Cobra staff. So it's Ormsby looking to hand off, and he's going to hand it to Hall, who had a little bit of a hole. He slipped through a crease for about 5, maybe 6. So it'll be 3rd down and medium here. Last 3rd down was 3rd and 20, and the Beavers hit a long pass to get on the board for the first time. So we got a little over 11 minutes to go. We had 24 seconds, 2 scores to start the half, so the pace is predictably slowed a little bit here, but a lot of offense here in quarter number 2 from Sigourney.
Yeah, excuse me. I'm trying to find the link to send to.
No, you are good. Ormsby's throwing. It's
tipped. Nice job. Lineman got their hands up. Peyton Schaff.
Couldn't tell who got a hand on it.
Schaffy.
They had an open man, and so it was a critical intervention there from the Cobra defense to prevent that completed pass. It looks like they're running on the kick unit. What do you think about this decision right here? 4th and 5 from your 48.
I think I'd watch the fake right here.
All right, so like we said.
You're trying to switch the field position and pin us deep, and you really have no other. We've had these big plays, so you kind of got to try to pin us deep, don't you?
That's what they're going to try to do.
And we got nobody back, so it's going to be a Peter call.
We'll see if that sneaks in the end zone. It won't. A nice kick by Sawville. He was the receiver on the long touchdown pass. He's doing it all tonight. Nice punt. That'll get down at about the 6-yard line. So the Cobras will be deep in their own territory. But the way it's going, that's maybe 1 or 2 J.D. Stout runs, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and you know you don't want to sit there and abuse J.D. as far as, but if the kid's they're not gonna stop him, then let's keep hammering it.
Yeah, that is for sure. He has been a weapon here early. So we got Bruce Hahn giving us a look back here. The voice of the Cobras, our excellent announcer here, the PA. You can only get Bruce if you come here on a Friday night. So you maybe can hear him a little bit over our stream, but he does a great job. So it'll be first. It's on the 8-yard. They killed it on the 8. So the snap's going to go. They're going to get it to
keep.
Stout.
Got the corner.
He's got some room. JD's racking up the yards. There's 12 more. He has had a monster first half, adding to his already impressive resume on the year. He has been a busy guy here so far tonight.
Yeah, and I was up there listening to him and changing, and the team was all about one goal, and the one goal is get the W and make a statement tonight. So,
yeah, that is it's a big game here. This is the team that won the district a year ago, undefeated through it, and they did lose a lot, but it's still a quality opponent. So Siren's going to get the handoff.
Sammy Siren.
He's got some room.
See, now what's happening is they're focusing on JD here and then open up these big holes for Sammy and Brady.
Yeah, that is tough when you have multiple backs who can really run the ball.
All right.
Sam Siren has had a great year so far. It's been more JD tonight, but Sam is an excellent running back.
That's kind of the way this offense works too, Mitch. If one kid's having a big night, the other team starts focusing on it, it's going to open up the other two. So it takes quite a bit to shut down an offense like this. You better have some athletes.
Yeah, for sure. So we got under 10 minutes to go here. Second down and about 1. They're going to hand it to Dua.
Little dance. Find it open, Brady. There we go. Little dance, little shuffle, and good speed.
So there's your third weapon right there, Brady. That's a pretty good third option to have.
The scary thing is you got a fourth one sitting there on the sideline ready to come in, and he's going to be fresh.
Yeah, it's a monster, and that's why this team has racked up the yards and the points on the ground all year long.
Again,
so far.
I got to give my shout out to my mother-in-law's at home listening on the iPad during tornado watches. So
oh, yes.
We got her going on. That's awesome.
We talked potato salad a week ago.
Yeah,
so
Bruce is still up here upset about potato. Oh, he came around the corner for potato salad.
His ears perked up just like the Cobras do when J.D. Stout's got the ball in his hands.
Cotton candy from heaven.
So it's about 5, and he's up to the 50-yard line.
Good run by J.D. there.
He has had really no negative plays tonight. He's hit some home runs, but he's also taken his singles when they're there. The field looks excellent again tonight. I saw Dan Utterback out here working hard again. He has done a great job.
We did not mow today. Can you believe that? we decided not to mow today, but Dan had it all painted up yesterday, ready to go, because we thought, the storm of the century's coming, and we better be prepared. So
yeah, so far, again, we're knocking on wood a lot up here tonight. So far, so good with the weather. We were a little concerned about the forecast. It looked ominous, but
we were talking on Tuesday about moving the game and backup plans as far as moving it to Saturday, and I somehow we're getting lucky here and getting this game in.
Yeah,
everything went south and north of us, and hopefully we're out of here by 10.
Yeah, one of those nights where you kind of got to cross your fingers and hope you get lucky. And so far we have. So it's a third down, about 4. The snap's going to go to Stout, and he's going to get the first down.
Yep. Good 5-16 run there.
Falls forward. He got down to about the 41-yard line. So this offense is humming along nicely. 3 touchdowns, all by J.D. Stout so far tonight.
So what do you want to do here, Coach? 7:50 left in the second quarter. I mean, obviously we want to score. Are we trying to burn up some clock here and get 5 or 6 yard runs? Or are we trying? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean the defense has been on the field a lot, but they've gotten off a couple times in a row here with less plays. So I think that you'd love to chew the clock, but man, the fireworks we had at the end of the half last week, we had about 3 touchdowns in a minute. As Stout hands off.
There's Brady.
It's to Dua.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of staying up. Just hang on to the ball there.
Carries a couple guys down.
A good 7 or 8 yard run again.
Good first down run. He's going to be close to the first down, it looks like, where they spotted him.
Looks like we're trying to pound a lot inside here. Maybe burn up some clock. Yep, Coach Jensen. Just caught Coach Jensen looking at that scoreboard, man.
Checking the clock.
Checking the clock.
Managing.
He's gonna manage it a little bit here and try to take some off, and then we get the ball to start second half. So
we do, and the Cobras have really wore teams down this year so far, and we'll see if that happens again tonight. But they have been.
And Wilton's a different team. If you've checked some things out here, their offensive line is basically almost all sophomores. They have 1 or 2 kids that goes both ways, but they basically took that sophomore group and made them into their offensive line. Then all their older kids are on the defensive line. One young man out there, number 72, if you can see him out there, he's 310 pounds. So maybe doesn't move as well, but he is strong as an ox out there. You lock up with him, you're not getting away. So, and a couple other guys, they look like they're 220, 230 out there. Just they're getting moved around by our offensive line. So it might be, they don't have as many linemen going both ways. They're just not getting a good read here.
Looks like Molnick's got the handoff there, and he got about 4 or 5. So another nice positive play. Sam Searon's going to run back on for him.
Yep, good. Just a nice little break for Sammy. Cade comes in, does his thing. So I like that. I like the little rotation there and keeping people fresh. So
second down and about 7 here. A little over 6 minutes to go. We're about halfway through the second quarter here. 20-6. Cobras lead, and they're driving again, looking to add to the lead.
I think Coach Jensen's trying to burn some clock here.
Going to hand it to Searon.
Cover it up, Sammy. Cover it up.
If you just joined us, Sam Searon playing with a broken bone in his hand here tonight. He's got the cast on. You can probably see that on the stream.
Got the over half-inch of foam wrapped up on there. So,
and just as we say that, Jolie zooms in there so you can get an even better look at that little bit of a cast on Sam's hand. So he's able to play tonight. Tough kid, gutting it out. And he's had a nice start so far tonight. So it looks like, I think you're definitely right, Coach. Yep. The clock is being bled a little bit here.
Yep, that's fine. That's fine. Obviously we know what Wilton can do. One play and they're, scoring from 50 out. So also, wearing out this defensive line.
Snap to Stout. He's going to get the first down. It looks like he's going to be close.
Think he got, if it's by the far Ross Hemsley out here on our sideline looks like a favorable spot.
So they're going to measure, and we're going to talk about.
Nope. First down.
Call first down. All right.
So Whitecap gave it first down.
We'll wait on Vidito and Showstopper here until the next little break in the action here. So the clock's rolling. 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the first half. Cobras 20, Wilton Beavers 6 here. Thanks for joining us tonight on the stream, KIIC Radio worldwide on the app and the Thunder Country app and on their website. Snap to Stout. He's going to hand off to Searon. He's got a little bit of room. Backs his way for a few more.
Bouncing around in there.
You do hold your breath a little bit, holding on to the ball.
A little bit, yeah. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little hesitant about running him up the middle. I'd like to see him go to the outside a little bit and protect that ball a little more.
But a yeoman's effort so far from Sam. No issues holding on to the ball so far. The Cobras have really won the turnover battle about every week so far. And tonight so far they're +1 in that department. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go. This has been.
Looks like Lucas Meyer has his clarinet out in front of us. He's ready to go.
All right. And the band, will check them out again at half like we did last week. They did a nice job. Stout's going to fake. He's got it up the middle.
JD 516 again.
So, again, just moving forward. 3 yards and a cloud of dust here for the Cobra offense. Third down and about 2 here.
Tell you what, having Rick Wheeler inside the building just helps me out a ton.
Our great janitor.
Not going to lie.
We call him Richie. He does an excellent job. He's the night janitor. I see Richie a lot during basketball season. He's like a third spouse. He hangs out at nights here, and he does a great job.
He's cleaning that junior high hall from the kids coming in, and then
Stout to the outside.
Get outside, JD. It's lower shoulder, and you're in. Touchdown.
JD times 4 tonight. Holy smokes. What a half for JD Stout.
Kid from West Branch had 4 touchdowns last night, but those were all, I think the kid from West Branch had a pick, an interception, a run, a pass, and a kick return or punt return. So
He got it done a lot of ways.
He got it done the hard way. JD's just pounding her down, man, getting these big plays. We'll have to get to a stat update from Mr. Harder at halftime.
Yes, we will. We know he's got 4 touchdowns but the yard markage will be very impressive. He's got to be over 200 here.
Oh, at least over 200 the first half.
In the opening half. He's getting into Andrew Utterback territory here tonight.
What's that, 486 versus Mid-Prairie in 2010?
Yeah, he had a boatload of them. So
then the next day went to Notre Dame for a baseball tryout. He was didn't get in. Sammy Sarin didn't get in.
Sarin's going to be short, so really the only thing they haven't done great tonight is point after attempts. That's 3 of the 4 that they've missed, but not a lot of complaints in that locker room so far.
No, not right now.
26-6, Cobras. There is a little bit of time on the clock here, and there's also a great time.
Got us in the second quarter, Mitch?
For us to, I do not.
You better get us in the second. I want to be in the first quarter all night.
Get us in the second quarter. We want to keep the clock moving.
Here's Lucas Meyer, one of our resident Cub fans coming up.
And I wish we could talk about that, but we got to talk about Vidito Inc. and Showstopper Equipment. Vidito Incorporated has been creating and supplying successful innovations for agriculture and livestock needs since 1967, providing you with high-quality equipment like Showstopper Supplies, Vidito Hog Equipment, Vidito Chase Spreaders, freeze and seed handling equipment, KSI conveyors, and EPS buildings. Vidito Incorporated and Showstopper Inc. of Keota, proud sponsor of Sigourney Keota football. We've got a new sponsor, Slumberland Furniture. Slumberland Furniture is having their $2 million retirement sale going now. Additional discounts have been added. Stop in for the best selection soon. That's Slumberland of Oskaloosa as the snap is bobbled a little bit back there.
Oh.
Put his head down.
Probably bobbled it, but he'd also put the hammer on one of our kids. I'm not sure who that was. But
put the head down and got what he could get. So 3:18 to go, and Hardee's wishes everyone a happy and healthy.
No.
Minimize.
Sorry,
I'm yelling at Coach here. I forgot.
You better do this, Mitch. I don't want to screw nothing up.
I'm struggling here tonight.
My technology abilities on that computer are not good.
Trying to do things here. So
if this is an Apple, I'd run it for you.
Hardee's wishes everyone a happy and healthy playing season this year. Tune into the Hardee's football preview show on KIIC Fridays at 7 a.m. live from the Hardee's in Albia. Ormsby looking to throw. He's got the screen set up. It's Hull, and it's a ball.
Ball.
They
got covered back up.
So the ball's been on the ground a lot for the Wilton Beavers. They've gotten on 2 of the 3. So they've tried to set that screen up a couple times to varying degrees of success, and that one was a nice play and a heads-up play by their offensive lineman to hop on that thing. So it's second down. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go. The clock is moving. Second down and 1. Ormsby out of the gun. He's going to hand it. They'll get the first down, and he'll drag a couple guys up to about the 43. So it's going to be another first down for the Wilton Beavers. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go. The clock stops momentarily on a first down in Iowa high school football, but it'll be rolling again here in just a sec. I believe Wilton does have, and according to the scoreboard, they do have all 3 timeouts remaining. So they're not in a huge hurry yet. They've got some TOs to work with.
Which would be crucial right here. They probably want to get a quick score in.
Bad
snap.
Ormsby's going to scramble.
Oh, he got outside. Colton got a piece. Who finished him off there? Colton Clarahan kind of got him a piece of him.
Mr. Schuster right there.
Mr. Schuster's got a lot of hop in his step. I'm pretty sure that's Nate.
So Ormsby did a nice job making something out of a possibly disastrous situation. So he got a yard. They're going to need more than that, though, as the clock continues to tick. We're under 2 minutes to go. 26-6 here in the opening half here. We're into the second quarter here in Sigourney. Ormsby out of the shotgun. Minute 40 to go here in the half. He's going to throw.
Pass.
Got a man.
Is
right
that
there.
Ethan or James Moore? Is that James?
I think that was Big Game.
Big Game James.
Big Game James was right there on the catch.
Basketball trash man. He's in the right place at the right time all the time in basketball.
He does. He's a physical kid, and he was physical there on that play. So the clock is ticking. It is becoming an issue here.
I'm going to have to leave you here in about 15 seconds. We'll watch this play and I better head down and do some things here.
We appreciate Coach sneaking up here for as much as he did here in these home games. Always tough. Ormsby
Quick
looking
pass.
to throw.
Attack.
Got Sawville, and that's a first down. The clock will stop.
I wonder if this kid's related to their assistant baseball coach. Maybe Coach Serrata can text me that.
Yeah, he'll enlighten you. Hopefully he's listening here. Wilton, they had a very nice baseball season this year, didn't they?
Yeah, a lot of seniors coached throughout his team.
So they had a lot of success. Clock's moving, and Wilton's hurrying here. 54 seconds to go. So Coach is out of here. Thank you, Coach. We'll see you. There's a flag, and there's an interception. Dua got it.
Brady Dua, get outside.
And he's got some room.
32 gets blocked. He's gone.
Turns it up. And Brady's going to score.
He's gonna score.
We'll see on the flag. Brady Dua, a pick six. We'll see if it stands.
I think I saw Hemsley say decline, so I think that's a touchdown Cobras.
All right, so
all right, we'll see you after half.
A huge momentum play right there. There's been a couple of them, and it was a turnover for the Cobras. It was Brady Dua on the pick, and he took it back about 72 yards. So another score right before the half. That is a huge one for SK. So he went in. The ball was thrown on the 42. It looks like the Cobras are going to go for two here. 31.8 seconds to go here in the first half. Nice cut by Brady Dua. He had some linemen to beat, and he did. So Siren's going to look to go for the PAT, and he's in. A two-pointer will make it 34. To 6. So it's 34-6 here in the opening half. We're just about to halftime, about 30 seconds to go here. Keota Transmission and Repair. Eric Strand and his staff at Keota Transmission and Repair are there for all your vehicle service and repair needs, specializing in transmission repair. For quality service, contact Eric at 319-461-5767. Keota Transmission and Repair wishes the Sigourney Keota football team success in the 2019 season. Craig Ford of Oskaloosa is ready to meet and exceed your high expectations in your car shopping quest. Check out their online inventory, investigate financing options, use their car finder to be notified when a matching car arrives, all at craigford.com. Midwest One Bank, get a power checking account from Midwest One Bank. With high interest, ATM refunds, and no service fees, feel the superpowers of power checking. Visit MidwestOne.com where you're the one. And Oski Dental, if you're looking for a high-tech dental office that is truly there for you, join the Oski Dental family, and they will take the headaches out of dealing with your insurance. With a team member exclusively assigned to help you navigate your insurance plan. Tell Dr. Schuster you heard it on Thunder Country to receive a free dental screening. Restrictions do apply. Oski Dental, they make smiles happen. And there's been a lot of smiles on the Cobra side here tonight. It is 34-6 with 26 seconds to go here in the opening half. We'll see how aggressive Wilton wants to be here, down by 28 points, and the Cobras get the ball to start half number 2. So they are in an excellent position right now. They are really playing well on both sides of the ball. Offense, defense, and special teams have been clicking tonight. Ormsby's got no one back there with him. Looks like they will be pretty aggressive. Gonna look to throw. Got a man on the slant, but there's not much there. So we got about 5. We'll see if they use timeouts, and they will. So 18 seconds to go. They'll stop the clock. It was a 5-yard gain, and Wilton will call one of their 3 timeouts. So it looks like Coach Jensen's yelling up here, maybe put a couple seconds back on that clock. So probably have to wait until the time comes off of the clock for the timeout counting down. So we are in Sigourney tonight. It's the district opener, Class 1A District 5, and it has been all SK here in the opening half. 34-6. It's been 4 J.D. Stout touchdown runs, and then just most recently a interception return by Brady Dua for a touchdown. The Cobra defense has been on fire here tonight, forcing turnovers and getting off the field in the big moments. So we'll see if Wilton's got any tricks up their sleeve here. We'll see how much time they do put back on the clock. Probably not much, maybe a second or 2 here. So they'll wait for the clock to wind here. And so they're going to wait here. Ross Hemsley in front of us, our excellent official. Going to wait until we get the clock back up here. So So they put on 1.2 tenths of a second. So we got 19.2 to go here. You never know. Every second could be important here at the end of the half. So Ormsby's got it. Looking to go deep. He's under pressure. He's going to get out of the pocket, though. But there's not much there. He is tackled for a loss. They'll call another timeout with 10.9 seconds. So the Cobra defense rallying to the ball again. It was Peyton Schaff in the backfield. He'll probably get credited for a sack there. I think that he did lose some yardage. So we're winding down here. End of half number 1 here. A great half for the Cobras. 34-6 is your score currently here. The Cobras will get the ball to start the second half as well. So they are in a really good position as we wind down quarter number 2. We're happy that you're with us tonight. It's turned into a nice night here so far. We've had absolutely perfect weather the first 4 weeks of the Iowa high school season, and really we're getting another nice night tonight. We weren't so sure. Checking the radar, checking the hourly forecast a lot this week, and especially today. But hopefully we'll luck out. The storms have gone east, west, north, and south of us so far. So the clock's winding down here. But if you're listening here, check in with us here. We'd love to hear from you. I know we got our great library and lunchroom expert, Lori Bain, listening along here. She had a great week. We love seeing Lori at the elementary. Her and Gary working hard. I'm sure they're working all weekend long. We always like to say hi to them listening along. Lois Collins, I'm sure we got her in there too. Ormsby's looking to throw. They got the slant. Savel's got it, and he's got a first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily, 3.3, and then Wilton will use their last timeout. So they got the first down. They've got a long way to go here. Still 40-plus yards to go, and they'll call their final timeout. So they have no timeouts left, so the prevent defense will be in full effect here for your Cobras. 3.3 seconds to go here. We've got everything on the stream here. We've got the score. We don't have the clock, so I'll try to keep you updated as much as possible. But barring any penalties, you cannot end a half on a defensive penalty. So barring any penalties here, this should be the last play of your first half here. So Wilton's going to have to try to get it in from about 43 yards out. The ball sits there. 3.3. Alan Sellers, the birthday boy, the true 49er, he said right now. Huge Jimmy Garoppolo fan. Checked over our excellent staff over there, taking care of Coach Crawford on a Friday night, running the clock, him and Bruce. We got one of the Boonder boys up here, too, running the show here. So it's good to see those guys over there. Al made sure to come over and let us know 3.3 seconds to go on the clock here in the first half. So this should be the last play of the half here. They've got 3 receivers down here to the near side on your computer screen. They've got, looks like 2 up on the far side near the Wilton bench. Ormsby looking, going deep. He's got Sawville, and there is a flag. Boy, that's the last thing that could happen there. There should be an untimed down here. So that's, I probably jinxed that one. You guys can feel free to text, email, Snapchat, any other forms of communication. Anyone still uses MySpace, you can go ahead and do that as well, to let me know to be quiet on situations like that, because I asked for that penalty right there. So the yardage, really not that important, but it is one untimed down here to end the half. You cannot end the half on a defensive penalty. So we've got one play. The clock will not run, and the Cobras will try to keep the Beavers out of the end zone here. So 20 yards to go here for the Beavers. Cobra defense scrambling a little bit. Ormsby looking. There, he let it go. There's 2 flags. The ball came out. It's going to be an incomplete pass. We'll see what the flags are. Holding, and they'll decline that, and I think we'll get to the half. So all that for nothing. They'll decline the penalty. You can end the half on an offensive penalty. So they'll decline that one, and that's the end of half number 1. So a good half for the Cobras. 34-6 is your score. Jessica Myers, Sigourney Band marching onto the field, and we will leave on the audio for you, and Jolie will leave the video on. Looks like she's doing a great job zooming out here, and you can listen along here to Jessica Meyer and the Sigourney Band. When they are done, we will wrap up a very good first half for the Cobras. We'll preview half number 2, and we'll hope that the weather stays clear here in Sigourney. So Jessica Meyer, the Sigourney Band, enjoy their halftime performance.
Good evening and welcome to Halftime 2019. This year's Marching Band Show is all about the boys. All about the boy band. Tonight the band will perform I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys, Best Song Ever by One Direction, and Bye 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 by NSYNC. I Want It That Way will feature a color guard solo by senior Sarah Bobby. I feel this bad. Just wait. Because I ran like you run. I know what I feel like now. When they said you're younger, you'll pay for it when you get older, they weren't lying. Yeah. They just didn't tell me how much it was going to cost. I'm trying to save for every minute.
excellent work, as always, from Jessica Meyer and the Sigourney band tonight. They did a great job, so hopefully a lot of you stuck with us at halftime here to listen to them and watch them on the stream. We're happy that you're with us tonight here from Sigourney. It was a great opening half for your Cobras. They lead 34-6 here at halftime, and they got it going from the beginning. It was a really, really good opening drive from Wilton. They drove the ball all the way deep into Cobra territory. Some good gains, but it was Cade Molnex who came in from the right side and knocked the ball free for a big turnover. One play later, it was J.D. Stout who went in from over 60 yards out to give the Cobras the opening 6-0 lead. J.D. checked in again. This time, this was a short run. This was only about 30 yards for J.D. And the 2-point try was successful. The Cobras led 14-6 at the end of the opening quarter. The Beavers got on the board. It was Ormsby to Savell. Pass from 58 yards out. Their 2-point try was no good. It was 14-6. We're 34-6 right now. JD again, this time again from over 60 yards out, 61 yards. The extra point try was no good. It was 20-6 SK at that point. JD Stout had number 4 in the opening half. He scored this time his shortest run of the night from 7 yards out, and that gave the Cobras a 26-6 lead. And then the offense got in on the act. They scored on a Brady Dua interception, and he took it all the way back to the house for 6 points plus the 2-point try to make it 34-6 Cobras, and that's where we sit here at the end of the opening half. So we've got about 4 minutes on the clock here in halftime. They'll probably put another 3 on, so we're probably about 7 minutes away from football. Plan your trips to the refrigerator accordingly. About 7 minutes to go here until you see football again here from Sigourney. So it is a great opening half, the opening game of District number 5 in Class 1A. The Wilton Beavers were the defending champions of this district. Last year it was the same district. Districts in Iowa high school football are aligned every 2 years. So everyone gets a home and a road game against the district opponent. So the exact same district this year here. And the Wilton Beavers did lose a lot of talent from a year ago. We touched on a few of those guys that they lost. A young team, a lot of sophomores, a few freshmen that we've seen on the field so far tonight. This team will continue to improve as the year goes on, and they'll be a handful to deal with here in a couple years. But some young mistakes you've seen tonight. Like Coach Crawford talked about, a really good sophomore offensive line. They've got the Ormsby kid, the quarterback. He's a sophomore. The running back, Jackson Hall, he's a sophomore. Their leading receiver, Colby Sawville, a junior. As you can hear the Cobras striding back onto the field, the crowd on their feet here tonight in Sigourney. 34-6, Cobras lead here at halftime, and we're going to check in with our excellent sponsors here. We're going to get our sponsor read here in for the third quarter here. Brothers Market is your complete store for groceries, beverages, and specialty meats. Brothers Market services include catering, UPS drop, pharmacy, and daily lunch specials. Stop in and tell the manager, Rick Landgrave, thanks for being a sponsor of Sigourney Keota football. Brothers Market is proud to sponsor Sigourney Keota football. County Bank, whether you're a seasoned farmer or a new farmer starting out, County Bank's ag lending team offers innovative solutions for your ag financing. County Bank's goal is to be your trusted banker and partner. County Bank has experienced ag lenders in Sigourney, Deep River, Gibson, Montezuma, and Williamsburg. County Bank, your ag partner. Golden Harvest Seed, choosing the right corn hybrids and soybean varieties for your operation is hard because it's hard to say how the markets might differ, how the weather might change, and how tough the pests are going to be. But after your Golden Harvest, Seed Advisor matches top-performing hybrids and varieties to your fields. It will be easy to see that a record harvest isn't hard at all. Call one of your local Golden Harvest sales representatives for more information today. Hardee's wishes everyone a happy and healthy playing season this year. Tune in to the Hardee's Football Preview Show on KIIC Fridays at 7 a.m. live from the Hardee's in Elbia. Kyoto Transmission and Repair, Eric Strand, and his staff at Kyoto Transmission and Repair are there for all your vehicle service and repair needs, specializing in transmission repair. For quality service, contact Eric at 319-461-5767. Kyoto Transmission and Repair, proud sponsors of Sigourney, Kyoto Cobra football. Craig Ford of Oskaloosa is ready to meet and exceed your high expectations in the car shopping quest. Check out their online inventory. Investigate financing options. Use the car finder to be notified when a matching car arrives, all at craigford.com. Midwest One, get a power checking account from Midwest One Bank with high interest, ATM refunds, and no service fees. Feel the superpowers of power checking. Visit MidwestOne.com, where you're the one. Oski Dental is looking for a high-tech dental office that is truly there for you. Then join the Oski Dental family, and they will take the headaches out of dealing with your insurance with a team member exclusively assigned to help you navigate your insurance plan. Tell Dr. Schuster you heard it on Thunder Country to receive a free dental screening. Restrictions do apply. Oski Dental, they make smiles happen. Sinclair Tractor with factory installed 3 wide seating, heat and air conditioning. The John Deere XUV 835 is the coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Be prepared to go the extra mile on a new Gator XUV from Sinclair Tractor. Stop in for a test drive. Sinclair Tractor, proud sponsors of Sigourney, Kyoto football, Town and Country, insurance. Insurance, we all need it. Make sure you're getting the right coverage for your dollar. Town and Country Insurance has agents with substantial backgrounds and experience who will provide custom coverage based on your needs. And Blaine Grutter, a recent ISU Ag graduate, will come to you for your on-the-farm personal service to save you time. In the town or on the farm, Town and Country Insurance can meet your insurance needs. Vidito Inc. and Showstopper Equipment. Vidito Incorporated has been creating and supplying successful innovations for your agriculture and livestock needs since 1967. Providing you with high-quality equipment like Showstopper supplies, Vidito hog equipment, Vidito chase spreaders, and Friesen seed handling equipment, KSI conveyors, and EPS buildings. Vidito Incorporated and Showstopper Equipment of Kyoto, a proud sponsor of Sigourney, Kyoto football. And our new sponsor for the week, Slumberland Furniture. Slumberland Furniture is having their $2 million retirement sale going now. Additional discounts have been added. Stop in for the best selection soon. That's Slumberland Furniture in Oskaloosa. So the Cobras are on the field. They're ready to roll here. It is half number 2. The sponsor reads are done just in time for the Beavers to kick-off team to come out onto the field. The Cobra kick return team is on the field too. So it is just about game time here in half number 2. The Cobras lead 34-6. Are we in the clear with the weather here, Coach?
We are in the clear, baby.
I saw a lot of people heading up top on the press box, which is usually a good sign.
We're in the clear for about 11:30, so.
All right, and we shouldn't need that much time. The low kick, fielded by Dua at about the 15. Looking to cut outside. He's going to break a couple tackles.
Got sideline.
He's going to step out at about the 47, so a very nice return for Brady Dua. Puts the Cobras in really good field position.
Got a Jake Serrata watching us in Wilton. Got his link kind of set up.
All right. Good. That's good to hear. We
saw Javin Drake's dad before the game. He's a stat keeper for the Beavers. Javin's a senior over at Western Illinois, pitcher for him.
Oh, nice. Okay. Playing at the next level. All right. The snap to Stout. He's going to hand it to Siren. Sammy's got it.
That's a good run. 7 yards.
Nice opening game. That'll take the ball into Wilton territory. 11 minutes and 40 seconds to go. We are just underway here in the second half here from Sigourney. 34-6. Cobras lead here. They had a great first half. They're looking to build on that momentum here.
Put this one in, we get running clock, correct?
Yeah, this one and the point after we would need. So
after.
It's 28 now. 35 is the magic number for that to happen. Stout's going to look to throw. Got Brady Dua.
Run. Oh, broken up the last minute. Got that one on the live stream. Nice job.
Nice play. Nice camera work by Jolie. Per usual, it was Buddy Darding who made the nice play. The senior for the Beavers was there stride for stride with Dua, and he got a hand in there. Brady almost made a tough play there, didn't he, Coach?
Yeah, the defensive back, was that number 2?
That was Buddy.
Yeah, but Buddy did a nice job. He read Brady coming right at him and then just started running with him. So good read by number 2 there.
Cobras opening the playbook up a little bit here. They've been so successful running the ball all night here.
And that you've got to have some confidence knowing, right here, we're going to get the first down if, everything goes the way it has been.
Snap to Stout. He's got it. He is going to get the first
Dancing
down.
around. I don't know if I like that.
He's actually going to be short. Looked like he almost went backwards there. I thought he had
did.
it.
He was trying. I think he was just trying to dance to the right a little bit and trying to get out of there, but it kind of backfired. But honestly, I think you go for it here.
Coach Jensen's a riverboat gambler.
He does a little bit there, yeah.
And so he usually likes to roll the dice.
Yeah.
Hope it doesn't come up snake eyes, and we'll see.
I just have a hard time believing you can't get 2 or 3 yards the way things went in the first half. So as long as kids come off the ball and
the big boys up front. Bryce Griner, Sam Mankey, Aiden Schuster, Hunter Schwab, Dustin Bumper, Zeke Webb. They have dominated so far tonight. Snap to Stout. He's going to hand to Dua, and he's going to get the first down.
Good job.
So a nice run from Brady on 4th down. Moves the chains. It's first down Cobras on the 35-yard line. So they'll roll the clock here. First down, the Cobras are moving the ball. It is second half action here from Sigourney. 34. We're no longer at halftime, so I'll correct that on the stream. It is 34-6 for Sigourney Keota here in the third quarter of your district opener. So it'll be a 1st and 10. Snap to Dua, who's going to take it directly.
Gets outside. Stout leading the block there.
Nice block from
Good
Dua.
run.
Spoke too soon.
Spoke too soon.
Because the flag came.
It looked like it was setting up really nice.
Been a pretty clean game tonight. A couple flags.
Yeah, I talked to the officials at halftime, brought them in, got them in, and got their nice cold waters, and asked them if there's anything I need to know, and they said no. Pretty clean game. Field's holding up nice. Just see a little, some darker spots coming out in between the hashes on the one end, but otherwise I think the field's holding up pretty well. I think we got an inch of rain before 6 a.m. So
yeah, we got a lot overnight, but it wasn't as much as advertised.
And I walked the field this morning right when I got to school, and it wasn't squishy by any means. My shoes weren't wet when I went back inside, so I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah, and it was an upset that there was no more rain today. We've lucked out. So 9 minutes, 33 seconds to go. If you're listening, we'd love for you to check in with us. Let us know where you're listening from, watching the Cobras and listening on KIIC Radio 2.
1st and 20 here.
First down, they're going to call it 18.
Molnex.
Cade drugged down by a jersey.
One or two there.
Yeah, not much there for Cade. A nice rally by the Wilton D. So this is a big drive from a running clock standpoint. Wilton probably does not want to let that happen.
And I don't think you want to, get the first 4 or 5 minutes of any contest outside of halftime are huge. You want to set the tone and get it back. You don't want to come out flat. So you really don't want to give the Beavers any sense of hope here.
A little flea flicker.
Sammy Searin was going to throw that. How'd that end up?
Yeah, that was discombobulated from the beginning. I think Cade made a wise decision.
Yeah, that didn't look like it drew up the way it was supposed to. Maybe the annexation of Puerto Rico there or something.
That looked a little bit more like what I see at third grade recess duty with Jolie out there. They were tossing the ball around.
I thought Weber and Sellers were the quarterbacks at recess.
Well, they're 5th and 6th. Jolie and I can't do it all.
They're the pro league of the elementary. Is that what you're saying?
They are. We're more of the AAA.
You're like the XFL,
or
what?
We're maybe arena league out there. There's some competitive 3rd and 4th grade games out there, but yeah.
That's good to hear.
Coach Weber is always trying to throw touchdowns out there with the older kids, so we're not in there. But, yeah, that was a little bit of schoolyard play there, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 19. 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. We're just underway here in quarter number 3. Got to be a timeout here.
Something didn't look right to Wilton. Was given about 15, 20 yards of cushion on that. It didn't look like he liked the play call there.
Yeah, so Coach Jensen's used his timeouts wisely here so far. 9 to use them on a punt protection earlier in the first half. And, when you got a 34-6 lead, you're not too worried about saving timeouts to stop the clock.
Like I said, you just don't want to give Wilton any momentum coming back to where they think they have a chance. So,
yeah, that is for sure. This is a quick strike team. They scored on a long pass play. They throw the ball around. So this game's not over. Don't leave us here tonight. We're love that you're with us listening here on KIIC Radio. The Thunder Country app worldwide on their website, KIICradio.com. Tell your friends because this Cobra team's fun to watch.
Get out and see these boys play. They're doing a very good job this season.
And if you don't want to go all the way down to Keosauqua, even though I heard Keosauqua in October is beautiful.
Keosauqua.
If you don't want to head down there next week, we are planning to be there for your viewing pleasure. So
I went to Keosauqua. I went to Van Buren this summer. We had a baseball game down there.
Yeah.
Saw Coach Scott.
So we're gonna know every baseball coach in
you are
Southeast Iowa
going to know.
I
apologize.
For a lot of my heart. We're giving you a hard time when we can here. So third down and 19. Molnick's going to look to throw. He's rolling. He's rolling again. He's got a man out there. It's incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do there.
A little throwback.
A little throwback action. Just need to set his feet maybe.
It was JD out there, stout. He had 4 touchdowns in the opening half. Mason Harder probably stride onto the field here, don't you think?
Yep, there he goes. Big 6'5" Mason Harder, freshman.
The freshman punter, taking Sammy Siren's duties.
So he points that toe, right?
Let's hope. If you just joined us, Sam Siren dealing with a hand issue. He's still playing tonight, gutting it out. You can see on the stream, pretty heavily bandaged. So he's not going to be catching punts. Probably a smart move by the coaching staff. So Mason catches the low snap, a little bit of a low punt.
I'll take that.
And that's going to trickle out of bounds.
That's a nice punt.
That's nice.
About 30, 35 yards.
The coffin corner, always underutilized.
No return's always a good thing.
That is a good thing. Salville kid back there is dangerous. We saw him on a long catch for a touchdown in the opening half. So big drive here for Wilton. You got to feel like if they have any chance, they need a score here, don't they?
Yeah, I think, and honestly, I don't even think they're looking to put a drive together. I think they just want to try to hit a big play and get back in this game.
Yeah, that's, they did put a couple drives together in the opening half, but kind of shot themselves in the foot. A fumble and a really long loss on an intentional grounding. So they're going to hand it to Hall. Not much there.
Weber and Mose have really done a nice job. Those linebackers are attacking those gaps now because that was a read play. That linebacker looked right at Bomber and said, yeah, no way, I'm going to hand that one off. So
yeah, Dawson, not a kid you want to tangle with, especially when you're a sophomore quarterback like Mr. Ormsby is. He's done a nice job tonight. Both guys have. So Hall got about 2. I do see a little bit of lightning to the south there, but I think it's far enough away.
It's probably on the other side of Pekin, so we're good.
We're going to cooperate. Who the Panthers got tonight, do we know?
Panthers have the Cardinal Comets for homecoming tonight.
And Cardinal off to a nice start down there.
Nice 4-0 start. Griffin Griner, one of the leading receivers, Class A in the state.
They got a nice group of athletes there. Hand off to Hall again. He runs into the pile.
Boy, ever since that first quarter, our linebackers and middle have done a nice job of stopping that play.
Yeah, there were some alleys to run in the opening quarter, and those have shorn up pretty nicely here from the Cobra D. And this is a big third down here for Wilton. You got to think they're going to try to put the ball in the air. 3rd and 5. We're about halfway through our third quarter here in Sigourney. It is SK 34, the Wilton Beavers 6.
Big play here for the Cobras.
Ormsby out of the gun where he's been all night. He's got Hall with him.
I'm going to go with a pick right here, Mitch.
All right,
Coach. Just feeling it, calling it out.
Coach has been great on his
calls.
calls.
Molnick's pressure. He chucked it. Oh!
Got a man.
Got first down.
Man, the Ormsby kid for a sophomore, he's a tough kid. He hung in there, knew he was going to get hit.
Yeah, good job putting him at quarterback. Pretty good athlete.
Yeah, Cade came in like he was shot out of a cannon. And, Cade loves contact.
He just had to get rid of it.
His eyes lit up, but he made a nice throw, stuck in there. A crucial drive here for the Beavers, and it was a big third down conversion for them. We've snuck under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Ormsby out of the gun. Looking deep.
Going to Sawville.
Overshot him.
Dane
Fisher, stride for stride. Brady Duo was there in case Dane needed any help.
Safety over the top there.
So we mentioned it's Alan Sellers' birthday here. If you got Alan's number, you better be texting him.
Better be texting Big Al. Big Al turned 49 today.
So we're getting as many shots in for Alan's B as we
can.
We
got Pizza Ranch pizza up here, and
we're partying hard up here.
Partying hard up in the press box for Big Al's birthday.
I told him, I said, there ain't very often it's your birthday on a Friday night home game. Ormsby looking to throw. He's got Sawville, who puts the ball away after a gain of about 9.
Close, about a yard short.
All right, let's make our predictions again, yes or no.
No,
Okay,
that's
all right.
that's a yard. That's a yard short.
Okay, I'm up 1-0, so I'm gonna just
Okay,
agree.
you're gonna disagree then.
I'm gonna agree.
Oh, you're gonna agree
No.
just so you stay with me.
I'm not giving up my lead.
Okay, kind of like the Cubs gave up that lead.
Oh, yeah. Coach texted me on, was that Sunday or Saturday?
Sunday after that 4-game sweep, I think is what it was.
Said he couldn't wait to get on the air on Friday.
I get my digs. You gave me all the Iowa Hawkeye stuff last week, so I got to get back here a little bit.
I gave him the roll the eyes GIF or GIF or whatever you call it. Ormsby shook
that was
a couple.
that was old Josh Moore on Twitter. So you gave the.
I gave both of you that.
The James Harden roll the eyes.
Yeah, I gave you the Kanye West eye roll.
Yeah.
My GIF game.
Game is on point.
Is one of my few strengths. They're in a weather delay, so we're live on KIIC.
All
Joe
right.
said 96.7. So
is Albie at home?
they must be. I said there was lightning to the south. So thanks for Joe for the heads up there. We are
awesome.
Thrilled to join. It's kind of like, remember when they used to do the NCAA basketball tournament? They'd cut in at halftime.
You had cut in. We're going to Idaho.
Yeah. So there's a flag. It was a drop.
Dropped by 88. Covered by 19 and 26. Clarehan and Siren.
So that's Brady Shook who dropped it. There was a flag before. I think this one's probably coming back. We'll see what the
thought that tip pass was going to end up in our hands there, but didn't happen.
See what the excellent officiating crew has to say about this one. But like we said, thrilled to have everyone along who's listening on 96.7 Thunder Country in Albia.
Welcome to the Ocho.
We had a good time in Albia, didn't we, a couple weeks ago?
We did. Got the hearty shakes there, and enjoyed our time in the Albia press box. Got nice food up there and got taken care of by AD Eads there.
Yeah, Lori Eads took care of us nicely there. And he said, Joe says, yes, they are at home. I think they had Eddyville tonight, a couple teams we've seen so far this year.
What do we have a score on that, Joe?
We'll see what Joe hits back on.
See if Joe can
here.
text us back a score.
There was multiple penalties there. The Cobras decided to accept the holding one.
So we've got first and it looks like about 20, just over 20.
Yeah, we'll see. The board has not been updated yet, so we'll see.
So for our viewing folks,
23.
I guess we got a 2x1 set here. They've been running mostly spread.
Oh,
that's a fumble. That's a fumble.
Ball's on the ground. It's going to get scooped.
Dawson Baumert.
Dawson Baumert's going to scoop and score.
Touchdown, Cobras.
And it was
Lyman's dream.
A jailbreak up front, and Ormsby got absolutely crushed. And Dawson Baumert, that's like a little piece of gold sitting on the ground.
Looked like they were just setting up a little screen action to the right for the running back there, and he just kind of lost the ball a little bit, and old Dawson Baumert picked that baby up and saw that goal line.
Yeah, Ormsby's had the ball slip out of his hands a couple times tonight,
and it's really not wet out there either. That's the thing. We have not had rain here, so not since 6 a.m.
Yeah, it stayed dry here so far tonight here, and really all day here in Sigourney. So a crucial point after here. Eddyville 7, Albia 0.
Okay.
They've only played 1 minute, so.
Oh, they must have had a late start.
Yeah, they must have. So unfortunate weather situations there. Striegel's kick is
no good.
No good.
That looked like it was going through. No good. So
it's 40-6 here. We'll update that on the stream. If you're listening on the KIIC stream, we've got the video there. Jolie doing a great job. I evidently forgot to tell my wife that Jolie was doing the camera work, so I've been telling everyone else but her, evidently. So if you're watching there, the stream updates. So if you like Cobra football, that missed extra point's a good thing because you're going to get more of it. The clock will continue.
I'm going to continue to
stop.
run here, and we have not had a good night getting those either. Whether it's been a 1-point or a 2-point, we need to. Yep. But we've had some good offense, though, that's for sure. Yep. And the defensive line and linebackers have done a nice job stepping up. So
very few things that the Cobras will want to clean up from tonight, but the point after attempts would be one of them. You know, in tighter games, and there will be some of those as the year progresses. You'll definitely want to shore those up because those are big points that you could have. So. It's 40-6 here in Sigourney. There's 4:30 to go in the third quarter here. Rasir Von Higginbottom ready to let go of a kickoff. He's been busy tonight, has Rasir. A lot of kicking off.
Going right to left.
That is a good kick.
Okay.
Went down to a knee.
Have a block in the back a little bit, but no.
Puts his head down.
Good job.
Again,
Dane Fisher, Colin Smith. And I missed the last one. I think Aiden Schuster was in on that tackle.
So that was Colby Sawville, the junior, number 13. We've called his name a lot. He received the kick. He took it all the way up to the 32-yard line of the Cobras, and that's where Wilton will take over. 1st and 10 here. 4 minutes 23 seconds to go here in your third quarter. It's been all Cobras tonight. 40-6 is your score here from Sigourney. Quite a statement the Cobras are making tonight to the rest of District 5 in 1A, aren't they, Coach?
Yeah, I think so. Because Wilton was 1-3 coming into the game, but they had played, what we thought was a little bit. Northeast not so much, but we got some lightning to the south there. Looks like they're trying to switch it up. Got a little speed back in there now, but played Mid-Prairie. I was watching the Mid-Prairie game a lot because I figured they were kind of similar to us.
Yeah, there's a My Time out there. So
we're going to clear the field for –
Brent Seaby's checking in.
Oh, boy. Okay, I need to –
Coach has got to do some duties here.
I need to go here. Be
so
right back.
I'll entertain here. There was quite a bit of lightning. We'll see if we can talk Jolie into putting the headset on here. She's nodding her head yes, I think. No, that's a no. Okay. All right, so maybe we'll talk Tyler into it here. So, but unfortunately, we are in a weather delay. Those of you who joined us on 96.7 in Albia, we're sorry you didn't get us for long, but we are in a weather delay. There is a pretty good chunk of lightning to the south. The referees, it is safety first and foremost always here in Sigourney. So we'll leave the stream on. I don't think, like I said, I'm not a meteorologist. I just play one on TV, on radio and live streaming on Friday nights, but I don't think that this is an issue where we're really too worried about the lightning hitting us. But it is in the area, so we do have to evacuate the field. Good thing there is pizza up here in the press box. So if you're in the area, stop up. We got a lot left here. So for, like I said, Coach Sellers' birthday, we're entertaining up here. So I'm going to pull up the radar here and kind of see what we're looking at here. Hopefully, this is just a short delay. Those of you unfamiliar with Iowa high school rules, anytime a lightning is detected from the crowd or by the officials anywhere around within a certain radius, it is a 30-minute break. No doubt about it. Jolie and I have a lot of experience with that at baseball games in the summer. I'm sure our Wilton baseball coach listening along, he has that a lot. You see it a lot in the summer. Doesn't happen as much on Friday nights, but it happens occasionally. Like I said, there is a pretty good little cell south. It looks like it's in about Fairfield. I don't think that we're in any immediate danger here. So some of the crowd hanging around, but the clock is stalled at 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go here. 40-6 is your score in Sigourney tonight. So we'll hope we'll be back to action in 29 minutes or so. But the referee's doing the right thing. Anytime that there is lightning in the area, better safe than sorry. And I think Ross Hemsley was one that saw it and appropriately stopped it. So I just heard, but right before the delay, from Brent Seaby, who is listening down in KC. We talked about his man cave setup. He asked, who are some of the other top teams in our district? We said Wilton won it a year ago. I think that probably the top two contenders with the Cobras would be Wapello. The Indians took down the Cobras a year ago. And then also Mediapolis, who beat Sigourney in Week 9. Those are probably the two teams that we'll see. That'll be Week 8 and Week 9 for your Cobras, so a little ways off. I'd say those are probably the two top contenders. If you win your district here, you're automatically into the playoffs. So the winner of the district automatically in. They take 16 teams. I believe there are 9 districts, so you don't need to be a math major to know that those numbers aren't even. So the second place teams in the districts are not guaranteed berths. There is an RPI system. People smarter than me, Adam Sellers, he's all over that. If you're curious at all, listen to Adam talk on that. He usually has things sorted out pretty nicely on that front, but the majority of the second place teams will make it into the playoffs, but you're not guaranteed that. As a second place team, it goes off of a point system, a ranking system, who's played who, strength of schedule, a lot of complex stuff there, but you want to make sure you win that district. That's an automatic berth into the playoffs. So the Cobras will be wrestling this Wilton team, won it a year ago. Like I said, they did lose quite a bit. Sweet Caroline on the mic here, making the crowd happy. I think it's DJ Sellers over here spinning the beats all the hits tonight here. So if you're listening here, like I said, it will be at least 30 minutes from that lightning strike. If we see another one, the clock unfortunately will reset. So we'll play it by ear here. We will keep you abreast to all of the action here in Sigourney. We are currently in a weather delay here in Sigourney. The score right now is 40 to 6. It's a 34-point lead from the Cobras. So if you're listening to us tonight, hop in. We might try to do some interviews here. We got a lot of good people up in the press box we can talk to. We might talk some junior high football if we can talk Bruce and Allen into getting onto the mic. And we'll talk to them about their season. This would be an opportune time to do that. So we'll see if we can twist their arm into that here as we are in a weather delay in Sigourney. I'll put that on the stream for those of you still listening. If you're listening, this will be a great time for you to check in, ask us any questions that you may have about what's going on, Sigourney Keota football, really anything we'll talk about right now. So let us know, check in with us. Those of you who have my phone number, that'd be a good way to get a hold of me. Twitter, Mitch_Eslick, ESLICK. Check in with me there. I'll keep my phone with me as we are in a weather delay here tonight. So I'm going to see what I can do to talk in Alan, the birthday boy, or Bruce, or it'd be even better if it was both. Into coming on here. So Bruce is eating pizza here, so maybe when he gets done with that, we'll hop him on and we'll talk a little junior high football, and then we can get Al on here next. So we'll see if Bruce is going to take a little swig out of his water container here. We'll see if he's be willing to put the headset on, and we'll chat it up a little bit of junior high Sigourney Keota football. Now, if you're unaware, most of you who are listening probably are. The Sigourney and Keota, two separate schools. They play football together. They do play junior high football together as well. So Bruce pulls double duty. He drives the bus over to Keota every night for practice, and then he coaches them up. So looks like, yes, Bruce is going to do it. Yes, let's go. Okay, so he's popping the headset on. Bruce, thanks for joining us on KIIC. How are we doing tonight?
Good.
So this is Bruce Hahn. He is one of our two excellent junior high coaches, him and Alan Sellers. You carry Alan most of the year in football coaching, right?
No.
Okay, all right. He's going to be honest.
No.
So catch us up a little bit on your season, Coach Hahn. You're 7th and 8th grade. How are both two separate teams, correct?
Correct.
How are they doing so far?
They're looking really good. I mean, we've got really good numbers. We got 17 8th graders and 23 7th graders. So
nice.
For a junior high team, we got some pretty good numbers. We've played one game that was a mixed with both teams playing against BGM. Won that pretty handily. The 7th grade actually got four quarters in it, so they got a full game out of it. Then we went over to Pella Christian to play a 7th grade and an 8th grade game and came up short on both of those, but the boys played well. They played hard. We were in it the whole way. I felt that we could have won both of those games, but that's our games for the season so far.
So 2 games down. So what do we got next week? If anyone wants to get out and watch the Cobra 7th and 8th grade teams, where and when?
We are at Eddyville on Tuesday. And then we are at Prairie City, Monroe, and we have been told we will play on the brand new field at Monroe. It was supposed to be done this week, and the high school was supposed to play on there for the first game tonight, so we would get the second game on there.
Nice. So a double duty this week then, Tuesday and Thursday. Those of you who go on, I think that's 163
Yep.
Up to maybe Altoona, Ankeny. I go on there to visit mom and dad in Ankeny quite a bit. You can see the construction they've been doing on their field. It's kind of tucked back there from the road, so that'll be a fun experience for the kids.
Yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be the second field. Pella Christian has an all-weather field. It'll be turf field, so we'll get to Prairie City, Monroe, and have a turf field also. So we'll get a little experience in junior high on turf, and the rest of our fields. Then we've got the last 2 games we play are at home in Keota. We play our home games in Keota, so at the Bowl.
The Bowl.
Got
to get a Bowl shout out in here.
It's a neat place to play. We get. I know against BGM, me and both both me and Coach Sellers looked up, and I mean there was cars just ringed around the bowl, and he made mention to Coach Stout the other night that when we were in high school, Kyoto used to play at the bowl for high school games, and we go over there whenever Kyoto would score a touchdown. Everybody would honk their horns.
Nice.
And then on the visiting side, they would park by the elevator. Whenever the visiting team would score, that side would honk its horns, and it was a neat atmosphere.
One of those fun high school football traditions that that you can only get when you can pull your car up to the to the action. So that's cool. I've never heard that story before. That's the kind of stuff that Bruce Hahn's bringing you here on the stream on KIIC. He was nice enough to join us here. We are currently in a weather delay here in Sigourney. The Cobras lead 40-6. So you guys have kind of been road warriors so far here this year. Then you guys went to Pella Christian. You've got 2 back-to-back road games in a row. But like you said, you are going to be able to get out and watch them. The last 2 games are at home. When are those? Is that following week?
Yes. I know our last game is October 22nd against Linville Sully. That both 7th and 8th grade will play that. So that would be your last chance to come out and see the junior high if you want to come out and see. We run. Coach Sellers does a really good job on the offense. I know he kind of changes stuff up a little bit. We don't necessarily look like our high school offense, but it's a pattern of it. In years past, I'd say we threw the ball more in junior high, but it seems like high school is throwing a little bit this year. So
yeah.
I can't say that we throw more than they do now. So
well, and you're at the point here that that you've coached a lot of these kids that are out here on the field tonight in the junior high level. How many years? What year is this of junior high coaching for you, Coach?
This is my 6th year.
6 years. So I mean, these kids they were seniors. That was your first group. Then they were 7th graders your first year.
Yes, correct.
So he's had a unique kind of. How have you seen these kids mature from 7th graders to now having just a ton of success so far this year at the high school level?
The senior group that is going through right now, I mean, they've always been successful. They're the one thing that's always been constant with that group is they work hard. I mean, they're not afraid to get in the weight room every day. Every chance they get, they're in lifting, weights. I know Coach Weber does speed and agility with these guys and does a really good job with that. So it's paid off. All their hard work has.
And it really does take a village here. The junior high coaches at any level, whether it's any sport, they're so underappreciated because by the time the kids get to high school, if they don't have the fundamentals down, it's probably too late in a lot of cases. And we can tell that these kids are incredibly well schooled here, and that's in large part due to the successes of Coach Hahn and Coach Sellers at the junior high level. So talk about some individual kids that have stood out to you at the junior high level so far this year. I mean, we want to give some of those kids recognition. I know there's probably a lot of them, but anyone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids that have stood out to you so far?
There's a couple kids that have grabbed our attention. Our 8th grade, once they hit high school, most people haven't seen them. Our 8th grade line is big. I mean, I don't foresee us ever coming up against a line bigger than us. We got a couple kids that are, probably 210, 215 already in 8th grade. We got one boy that's, I don't know, he's probably 6'1". I mean, he looks like Coach Sellers standing next to him.
He's a big boy for a
He's
junior
a big
high.
boy.
Yeah.
And all of them are athletic. Another boy coming through, Dylan Renner, has been our center. We started him in 7th grade at center, and I can honestly say that every game he's played so far, we forget he's out there because he doesn't mess up. So we don't say his name.
As a lineman, you
yeah,
bet.
and we don't notice him. So all the snaps are good, gets it to the quarterbacks. He really steps up. I mean, I think once he gets to the high school level, if he continues to be a center or even a lineman, he's very aggressive. So.
And Dylan's one tough kid. I had him in elementary school. He is tough as nails.
He is a tough kid. I mean, there's just that whole 8th grade group is just phenomenal. 7th grade, we've got a boy, Billy Kindred, that he's our quarterback. Throws a very nice ball, very headsy, gets happy feet every once in a while. Wants to hop around the pocket, but once you get him settled down, he can throw well. So I mean, it's fun. We've got a boy coming through in 7th grade right now that his name's Isaac Bruns, and the kid's just a phenomenal athlete. We actually pull him up and play him a couple quarters with the 8th graders just because he's he's going to be an athlete. He's going to be something to watch the next 6 years.
The future certainly is bright for SK football. Really having a nice year this year, obviously at the varsity level, but the JV obviously has had a lot of success here as well. I know they had another big win at North Mahaska on Monday night. So, really at all levels, there's been a ton of success here for SK football. So the future's bright. This year is bright. We had Brent Seeby listening in to us down in Kansas City. He was asking a little bit about the district. Kind of what do you think about the high school district that we've got this year? We saw all these teams last year. This Wilton team won the district a year ago. They lost quite a bit of talent. Kind of how would you break down and assess the district kind of from what you've seen so far, Bruce?
I'd say, I've watched film on pretty much everybody that Coach Jensen sent out. Mediapolis is good. Wapello returned that big running back Forts from last year, who was a load for us to stop. I know Coach Sellers told me it's probably the second quarter that Mediapolis is playing Wapello tonight, and the score was 7-0 Mediapolis. So I don't know where that actually stands right now, but. But that's the two teams we're going to have to get through to win the district.
Yeah.
I know Van Buren. Their programs has struggled for years. Last year they had a coaching debacle. The coach a week before the season quit, and I think they've got that replaced now and fixed. But I don't know that they've actually started rebuilding that program and getting a culture built that they can be successful at.
Yeah, and that's a tough situation for all involved when you got someone that is for whatever reason not able to do it that close to the season. So obviously that is tough. But yeah, Van Buren and Columbus, they'll fight and compete these next 2 weeks. But I think that the majority of expectations and the coaching staff, they'll prepare just like it's the a playoff game for those teams. But I think that the expectation is it probably will come down to week 8 and week 9 and. It'll be a little round robin. That, like you said, like you touched on, Bruce, a big game tonight, Mediapolis and Wapello. I'd say the winner of that game is in a pretty good spot to when we meet up with them to finish top 2 in the district. So it'll be a fun run here. I did unfortunately see a little bit of lightning to the south again. I've got where I'm up in the press box here. I've got a pretty good look right out this window here to the south. So we'll see what the referees come to with. I think one thing. We have it pretty good up here. We have our phones with us. We can check the radar. We kind of see what's going on with the weather. The officials, when they're on the field, they don't have that option.
Correct.
So hopefully they can get back, see the radar, see that things are mostly to the south of us, and hopefully we're playing football again here at some point. So did you happen to check, by any chance, Bruce, on your phone what time it was when they went off the field?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not check.
So mandatory 30-minute break. From the lightning delay. So we'll see. There's no one on the field right now. Actually, as I say that, Casey Thompson, a busy man. Casey does a lot here in Sigourney. He's coming across the field. And Mr. Sellers, Adam, checking in with us, saying it's 7-3 Meepo at the end of the third. So a defensive slugfest here.
Before we finish up here, Mitch, I know I said something about the 8th grade linemen, how big they were. I want to mention the rest of those big boys because you'll see them for the next 4 years through high school. Brock Alderson, large man. Will Carlson, Connor Strand, Dylan Renner. All big, and Evan Bitito. Those 5 boys, if they stay together as a line, could see what we have here again tonight.
So hey, we've got one more question for you. We got a call-in question here.
Okay.
This is from Matt Abbas, first-time caller, long-time listener. Okay, brother-in-law for Jolie here, checking in with us. He says, and Bruce will be able to answer. He's been around. I'm not calling Bruce old, but he's been around Sigourney Keota football a lot longer than I have. That is for sure. Does your quarterback get dizzy spinning all the time? He says he's going to hang up and listen to the question. So we appreciate Matt checking in with us. That's good stuff from Matt. What's your answer to that one, Coach Hahn?
My answer to that is if he's spinning, he's not a quarterback.
Okay.
He is a spin back. Our spin back throws the ball. He's not a quarterback. Wilton, Ormsby, he's a quarterback.
Okay.
He gets the snap from the center, drops back in the pocket, and throws the ball.
So you're saying that our spin back quarterback is more of a spin back that happens to every once in a while throw the ball than a quarterback who's spinning.
That's what I would say. Yes.
Okay. So I'm not. We're getting late. It's a little Sigourney Kyoto football after dark here. I'm not smart enough to figure much of that out, but I think I got that answer. That's a good answer from Bruce. So we really appreciate Bruce putting the headset on and helping us out here. You want to see if you can talk Alan to coming over and talking to us a little bit, or you think he's going to bow out on us?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
I'll see what I can do for you, Coach.
So
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we really appreciate Bruce's lifesaver here, putting the mic on. Like I said, Coach Crawford, our typical color commentary guy, he's running, doing his AD duties, so he had to step aside. So we appreciate Matt Abbas hanging in. We're going to try it. Maybe we can talk Mark O'Rourke into putting the headset on here. We got Mark up in the – he gave me a big no, so I won't fight that one here. So, but we good seeing Mark up in the press box tonight, so a big-time supporter of Sigourney Kyoto athletics and Sigourney Kyoto football. So, but we appreciate Matt checking in with the question. That was really good stuff. From him. We appreciate them listening along. So Alan's not budging off of his seat over there. So I don't know if he's going anywhere. But we are in a weather delay here in Sigourney. If you're still listening to us, good on you. I bet Lori Bain's still listening to us. She's one of our diehard listeners. So we really appreciate all of you. Linda Northup, I talked to her. She said she listens a lot. Our nurse, who is like my lifesaver when we go over to the high school to run on the track. She's got all the inhalers for the kids ready. And my day job, PE teacher at the elementary school, for those of you who did not know. So I really appreciate all Linda's efforts keeping things running smoothly at the elementary. So I just got a text from our excellent coach's wife, one of our counselor, really do it all. She taught music with me a couple weeks ago, Alyssa Weber. I was giving her a hard time about she didn't know if she was coming tonight because of the weather, and I said, well, if you do come, we'll get in a delay for sure. So, and she said, yep. She said she jinxed it. She said that she was honestly getting excited that the clock was going to run, and then boom, everyone started running for shelter. So, good stuff from Alyssa. She did come out supporting the husband tonight. Had Brecky out here, one of our faves, little Brecklin, cutest Savage supporter out there. So they were both out tonight supporting Dad and hubby Clint, our defensive coordinator. So if you're listening still, check in with us here. We're killing time up here in the press box. Jolie hasn't moved an inch. She's still just doing it all. So she's trying to scout. She's like the talent here. Jolie is. I don't even know if I could possibly thank her enough for all that she's done. I don't even know what I owe her. Probably like 10 steak dinners at some point. But she's trying to recruit some more interviews for us here for our weather delay. So first time we've done this, but we're on the air with you. We don't have anything else to do on a Friday night. So it's ticked over about 9 o'clock here, 8:59 on my phone. Just heard from Brent Seebe. He said, Linda's his first cousin? No way. All right. So Brent, one of our most loyal listeners out there down in KC in Kansas City, said that Lyndon Northup is his first cousin. So unfortunately, I'm seeing more lightning strikes to the south. With the score the way it is, you do wonder what the decision will be from the staff. So yes, all right, we've got our cross-country coach. We're getting all of our interviews in here. Andy Harder checking in, putting the headset on. Coach, thanks for joining us here. He does a lot. Ooh, we got an iPad go down here. So
I don't think it's ours, so it's all right.
So there's Coach Harder's voice for us. He's our stat man here. You want to give us, before we start talking a little cross-country and whatnot, he's going to there's our iPad or his phone right there. You want to give us a stat update from tonight here? What are we? What's JD up to? We're running the ball.
JD has 240 yards on 14 carries. He had that at halftime. So, I'm sorry, he's up to 243 yards on 15 carries with 4 touchdowns. So he's having a career night for a lot of kids in one half.
Yeah, we said that he was getting into Andrew Utterback territory with what he was doing out there.
He's approaching Peyton Crawford. Andrew Utterback would be right after him. Yes. I'm also a history teacher, so I look at all the old stats too.
Yeah, and we got Peyton too. What was Peyton's high for a night? Do you remember? He was up there.
If you ask him, it'd be a little bit higher, but it was actually about 380 something, I believe, on 30 some odd carries. Utterback had 40 carries for 425 or something like that.
And Peyton Former, KCRG Athlete of the Week a couple of years ago when he was running wild here for the Cobras. There's a long line of Cobra runners that have been, and if we could have talked Alan into getting on the radio, he might have been able to go back even farther than Andy and I could. But quite a night and one half from JD so far. So let's talk a little bit of cross country here so far. How many meets into the year are the squads? I'm putting you on the spot here.
Yeah, we are. We're actually 3 weeks from the end of the season, so we are rapidly approaching the end. So I guess in our 5K race, we are probably about 3.5K in. We have a meet coming up next Tuesday at Washington if the weather holds off. I see it's not supposed to be super great over there either, but with all the luck, maybe it rains tonight after we get out of here, and it's done by Tuesday.
Yeah. You are like the busiest man in the county during cross country because you're coaching the junior high boys and girls and varsity boys and girls. Let's start with the junior high runners. Who are some of your Alan's putting his phone up here. Who are some of your junior high runners that have stood out so far this year?
I'll just go through them all here. I'll start with my 7th grade. I have 2 boys out who are in 7th grade. Nolan McLaughlin, who is younger brother of Dan McLaughlin, who's a freshman on the football team. And actually his sister, Catherine's one of the main managers.
Yeah.
But Nolan is out for cross country. It's obviously 7th grade would be his first year. He's doing extremely well. He has got the body of a runner, definitely, as you probably know from elementary PE. Then I have Kennick Palmer, who is out as well. He is the 3rd in the line of the Palmers. I've had one, his older sister Liberty, out for cross country before, and his first words were to me, "I am faster than my sister," and he is. Then my girls, I have Lillian Hardwick. She's a first-year runner for us too. She's if cross country has done anything for her, it's got her out of her shell. I'll tell you.
Good. Lillian's the best.
We do what we can. Tatum Bell, whose brother Trace runs for me, and my final 7th grade girl is Gabby Daney, whose brother Levi runs for me.
Yeah, all kids that I've had here in the last couple years. Go ahead. Yes, go.
I got 2 more 8th graders, and if I don't mention, they will probably get after me. Lana Thomas, whose brother Maltese runs for me, and then Talia Webster, who is the last of the Webster crew to run for me. I had her older brother Dalton, who now coaches cross country in Wisconsin. I'd like to say I had something to do with that, probably
Definitely.
not. Drace and Dawson Webster, and this is Talia. So she's definitely the best athlete of the family. I tell those brothers that every time I get a chance.
I'm really impressed that you just rattled all of them off there, without any looking at a sheet of paper. I can't even do that with our basketball kids. During the season, I'm like having to look and get them all down. So that was pretty good stuff. So it seems like it's all in the family there. A lot of family of once they get in the cross country program, they're in for life, huh?
Yeah, it's I think getting dragged to cross country meets when you're a younger kid is a gateway drug. It's 1610 at districts in Pekin a few years back.
Wow, very impressive. I did not know that. That's a fact. That's a new fact for me right there. So Mason Moore's trying to hunt that down this year, huh? How close has Mason got to that magic 1610 mark?
Tyler's safe for a while.
Tyler's safe. All right.
We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Tyler's safe for a while.
So let's talk a little bit about the high school teams, the girls that you got, who you got out, and how are they doing so far this year?
The girls, we've been pretty shorthanded because of injury and, just injuries. But I'll start with my senior, Megan Stoer. This is her 2nd year out. Megan is an all-around athlete. She throws discus for me in track season. She's a state discus qualifier, and she runs cross-country for me in the fall, if you can put those two together. But I tell her every day, I'm like, you're out for cross-country so you can score 20 points in the 4th quarter and get a win this winter. So that she knows what she's out for.
Mm-hmm. She's a competitor.
Yes. I have 2 Atwood sisters. This will be the 3rd Atwood of the Atwood crew I've had. It was I had Bree, who just graduated, but it's Sydney, who's a junior, and Georgia, who is a freshman. Georgia especially keeps me on my toes. I have Morgan Clubb, who's a junior for me. She is just getting healthy. She's going to run her first meet on Tuesday, so hopefully she can put up a good time. Alyssa Landgrebe, whose father runs Brothers Market in town.
Yeah, one of our great sponsors.
The touchdown sponsor.
Yep.
She has been running for me since junior high. She's probably having her best year just because she stayed healthy. And I am kind of blacking out, but I believe that's all my girls that I have for high school. That is. And then boys, we'll start with the freshman. Levi Daney, whose younger sister Gabby runs for me. He is my third best runner this year. He's just been doing tremendous. Zach Ives, this is the third Ives child I've had run for me too. He's been nursing a little bit of Achilles tendonitis, which kind of slowing him down a little bit. And I hear the ex-runner Tyler here say woo on that one, so he knows. I have no sophomore boys. Juniors, I have Maltese Thomas, who is older brother to Lana, who runs for me. He's doing pretty well for me. He's bit by bit, he's getting there. I have Trace Bell, who's actually out for the season now. He is injured with a plantar fasciitis / hip IT band issue. Mason Moore, who is my lead runner, is a junior. He's a returning state qualifier, conference winner last year. We're expecting big things out of him again. Then I have my seniors, who are Jake Ives, who's been doing extremely well for me. Jake's having the best year he's had by far, and he's really, really into it, and it's good to see. And that's about all I have there. Mason, I can waste some more time here for you. Mason won the BGM meet last week, which is, I believe the BGM golf course would be the third largest mountain in America behind the Rockies and the Appalachians, and he did extremely well for us. He ran up Cardiac Hill twice and just dominated. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to you, Coach.
Yeah, we've got some news here from Sigourney, so we really appreciate Coach Harder coming in. He great to hear about the cross-country teams. But, yeah, right in the middle of that, I had to take my headset off. And so we appreciate Coach Harder coming up. Coach Crawford called. It is a final from Sigourney. It is 40-6. They're going to call it on the account of weather. 4:08 left on the clock. So that is a final tonight from Sigourney. They're going to call it because of the weather. I was wrong. I thought maybe it would clear, but they made the decision. A long drive home for Wilton, so they made the decision to call her after about 2.5 quarters complete. It is a final score of 40-6 is the final score. So we've got really quick. Coach Sellers passed me a note here. We got to give a shout out to Merrick McRunnels, who leaves on Monday. Merrick, a great kid, had him in school. Always fun to see him at one of our great sponsors, Brothers Market. He's leaving on Monday for the Air Force, basic training in Texas. So we wish Merrick all the best. We appreciate and we thank Merrick for his service that he's given to our country. I know he'll do a great job, an excellent kid. So we want to thank Merrick. He's leaving Monday, heading to the Air Force for basic training. So we do appreciate Merrick's service and giving him a shout out here tonight. So if you're still hanging with us on the stream, that is it. It is a final from Sigourney. It's 40-6. We'll wrap things up here as we do know now that this game is over. So anyone listening at home, the Cobras will get the win. It is 40-6 final. Not the way you want it to end, obviously, in a game that didn't get finished, but nonetheless, an incredibly impressive performance from the Cobras tonight. That first half, they played excellent football, led 34-6, came out, scored once in half number 2, and then the weather hit. The Lightning just a little bit too close for comfort, and the officials made the decision, probably along with Coach Crawford, the athletic director, and the coaches from both staffs, that this thing was going to be over. So final score, 40-6. We'll wrap this thing up right here. We'll talk a little bit of our statistics. Coach Harder came up. He was giving us our interview, talking cross country. Before that, he mentioned it was over 200 yards in the first half. I think he said 240 plus in the first half from J.D. Stout. He had 4 touchdowns, finished with a little over 250 yards. The defense scored twice. It was a great night for the Cobras all around, and a big win and a big start to District 5 play in Class 1A. So let's get it. It started at the beginning, the opening half. It was the Wilton Beavers who started with the ball, and they drove the ball all the way down close to the red zone of the Cobras. But it was Cade Molnex who came flying in. He recovered a fumble, or knocked a fumble loose. It was recovered by the Cobras, and then the very next play from 60-plus yards out, it was J.D. Stout who got the scoring started with a run to give the Cobras the 6-0 lead. It was J.D. Stout again, a second time, who scored this time from 30 yards out, and the 2-point try was successful. It gave the Cobras a 14-0 lead. So Coach Crawford's putting the headset back on. So we'll pause our little
just
game
caught my breath.
recap. So he's sprinting around. So Coach, give these listeners, anyone who's still listening along to us tonight on Thunder Country on the stream, give us a little insight into how things went down in the with the delay and then the cancellation.
We just went into my classroom and brought up my laptop and put it up on the big screen there, and the lightning's really down by Highway 34, just moving across the TUM. Obviously, with Albia being in a lightning delay, it's kind of just moving across 34 there and staying there. But we were trying to give it that half hour, and then Wilton an hour and a half drive home. It's 40-6. I mean, I hate to say it, but the score was already, the game was already pretty much over. As the second team was probably coming in pretty quick. So none of our varsity kids get hurt. We have a JV game here Monday, so those kids will still get to play. Hopefully the field's not underwater by then. But I saw Cecil Seifert kind of went out of the game in the third quarter, so we don't know his status. But otherwise, we don't. No more dings anyway, I would say, for the Cobras. It's kind of nice to get away with a 40-6 win and move on, I guess. We got Van Buren next week.
Yeah, and you make a good point there, Coach. In my opinion, the second teamers probably were going to be in not too long after, and basically those guys are going to play their own game on Monday night here.
Yeah, the field might be in a different shape by Monday, but yeah.
So no reason to take any chances. Like I said, the Lightning. As I was talking to, we had Bruce and Andy on here while you were gone. Did a couple interviews. We talked about Merrick McRunnels heading to the Air Force. We thank him for his service. I heard a few questions. Jessica Meyer checked in, asked how long it was going to take for me to change a diaper. Baby Eslick on the way here in a couple weeks. So we're getting excited about that. So we heard from Matt Abbas checked in with a great question.
Matt Abbas, that brother-in-law.
Yeah, brother-in-law. So Jolie had that. So the birthday boy is exiting here as we're wrapping things up here.
What was Matt Abbas's question?
His question was, does your spin back ever get dizzy? From doing that. So and Bruce had a great answer for it. So but yeah, that was fun. So we had a lot of fun up here during the break. And unfortunately there is not going to be any more football tonight. So I'll update that on the stream. We're just wrapping up here from Sigourney. It is a final, a shortened final. They got about 8 minutes in the second half before.
Yeah, there was about 8 minutes left, and it was going to go to running clock. And on our next score, Wilton had the ball, but they talking to their coach, he didn't want to wait around an hour and a half. So, they saw another one when they came back out, and that's another half an hour. So you're looking at an hour delay, and it's 9:15, an hour and 15-minute drive home. It makes it a late night. So
yeah, and like you said, had the score been different, things probably would have materialized differently as well. Probably would have waited longer. Maybe came back another day. It's hypothetical. Let's say it was 12-6.
Hindsight, we probably should have started at 5 o'clock instead of 7 too. So
yeah, those are.
How do you know what's going to happen to the weather, man?
Those are tough decisions.
Weatherman was 90% wrong today.
Yeah, and
for Sigourney, Iowa, anyway.
Decisions are always easier to make in hindsight. So yeah, I mean, the important part of the game was played. The better team won tonight. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that, and that's really all that matters. So both teams hopefully staying healthy. We were talking about before you joined us here, we were talking about our the scoring tonight. We were up to 14-0. J.D. Stout had scored twice. He was not done yet in the first half, but the Beavers got their one score on the board to start the second quarter. It was a 3rd and long, and it was Ormsby, the quarterback, and he hit their explosive weapon, Colby Sawville, and he went 58 yards, and that made it 14-6. Their 2-point try also was no good, and it was 14-6 Cobras. But J.D. Stout answered on the very next play. He's done that a lot this year. From 61 yards out, it made it 20-6. The PAT again was no good from the Cobras, but J.D. scored again his 4th score of the opening half. It was from 7 yards out. The 2-pointer. Or the 2-pointer at that point was no good, and it was 26-6 Cobras. The offense was done scoring for the night, but the Cobras were not. They got 2 defensive touchdowns. First, it was Brady Dua on the interception, and he took it all the way back to the house. He made a
nice
couple
block by Cade Mulnix on that play.
Cade sprung him with a nice block. Brady made a couple nice moves to get past guys and score, and then it was Dawson Baumert who got a well-deserved touchdown. You know, Dawson's one of those unsung heroes that you don't hear his name on the radio or on the stream a lot.
He's a hard-working lineman on offense and defense. He subs out a little on defense. They're trying to keep him fresh, but, he's a hard-working farm kid, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And you don't hear his name a lot, but he is vital to the success that this team's having this year. And he got a little bit of a lineman's dream, the ball on the ground and no one around, and he scooped it up, and he scored a touchdown, and that was your final score. The weather snuck in, and it finished 40-6. There was about 4 minutes left on the clock in the third quarter when action was stopped, and Coach just caught us up on kind of the details of how it ended in the locker room with the officials and the coaching staffs together. So everyone came to an agreement that this game was finished, and it's 40-6 is your final for the Cobras. So our last thing here before we leave you, like you mentioned, it is Van Buren next week, a team that has not had a ton of success. What do you expect when we head down to Keosauqua next Friday night?
Well, I do know they're playing their varsity game on Monday now because Columbus doesn't have a JV, so they moved their game tonight to Monday evening. So they'll be playing playing Columbus, I suppose, have a day of scout on Tuesday, workout Wednesday, Thursday to prepare for us. So it gives them a real short turnaround to prepare for the Cobras. So that'd be my first concern for Van Buren as far as, I hope they're doing some prep, double prep probably this weekend and looking ahead a little bit. But they'll have a good matchup with Columbus on Monday, really.
Yeah, definitely a tough situation for them to have to play 2 games in 1 week. That doesn't happen very often in high school football. We did get an update. Adam Sellers checked in with us saying that it was Mediapolis 7 and Wapello 3 at the end of the third quarter. So we'll see if that's a final yet.
Did you get a peek and score?
Looked like those guys were battling. I have not checked many scores tonight. I've been kind of sloughing off on that. So if you find one here really quick in the next couple minutes, our coaching staff just putting the finishing touches on the field here. I see Coach Mose and Coach Sellers, Aaron. We could say Sellers and be right on about 10 names up here.
That covers a lot of people.
Heard a lot of Sellerses up here. We got Alan. It was the birthday boy. We had Adam, who's checked in with us via text a lot, and then we got Aaron out on the field right now cleaning up, him and Mose. So yeah, we'll try to find a final there, and we'll join you guys.
Leave the goalposts on.
We'll join you guys next week from Keosauqua. It'll be the Cobras and Van Buren. Your Cobras are 5-0. They're in pole position in District 5 of Class 1A.
It's only one game, but that really just sends a message to the rest of the district, and then it really sets us up moving forward for the kids to really buy in now and really work hard.
Mm-hmm. And we here in the booth can jump ahead a little bit. You got to think it's going to come down to Week 8 and Week 9. The trip to Wapello, a team that got us a year ago, and then Mediapolis, another team that beat us. They'll come here to Cobra Field, and it'll be Week 9. And if the final score holds up from Wapello, Mediapolis from what it was at the end of the third, which we don't know. It easily could.
It could easily
couldn't.
change, yeah.
Yeah, that game, week 9, you'd have to think would be for a district title. So a lot to look forward to for Cobra fans. We appreciate you joining us tonight on the stream. Mitch Eslick, Lee Crawford signing off from Sigourney. It is a final.